Goku.
Goku. 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 Goku. Well, what a great song. You know what? Fuck it. We'll wait. Boom. Follow through right there. Hey, everybody. How's it going? I'm going to close all these tabs so I have no distractions, okay? We're talking distraction-free programming on Gatorbox here tonight. Look, guys, I got that working. Remember how that wasn't working last week? You want to know how I fixed that? I don't know. It just started working on its own. I plugged it, unplugged it, plugged it in last week. You guys heard me do the doodle-doodle. You heard the Windows sounds. I wouldn't come back on. I don't think I restarted the computer in between now and then. But on Saturday, the day after last week's stream, I was fucking around with OBS and it just decided to start working. Don't know how I fixed it. So if it happens again, what I'm telling you, if it happens again, I won't know how to fix it. We'll just have to put the picture of the baby back up. So we'll have to do. You want me to name him? I'm gonna name who? Name him? I'm glad you specified a gender. Thankfully you didn't say name them, because I was like, look, man, as much as I want to be based on this channel, I feel like you say certain words no matter where you are, they will hear it. And I would really appreciate that my Patreon page and shit doesn't get closed down. So, you know, probably shouldn't do that. Anyways, hey everybody. Yeah, so Hondo made the same joke in chat, basically in a roundabout way. Welcome to the stream. This one's not broken. There's just nothing in front of the camera right there. Hey, we got a great stream this week. I picked out kind of a weird game that looks like shit and probably doesn't run very well, and I don't know how long it is, so I have a backup game planned just in case. And in case the same thing happens with that one, I have a backup game for that backup game. So we might go 2 levels deep on this. I don't know. You want me to name my friend? This is Nessie. You guys know about Nessie. Unfunny Nerd might not know Nessie. He's relatively new to the channel, but she's my in-universe fictional girlfriend in the canon universe of Gatorbox. She's a, you know, big actual anthropomorphic alligator. It's not a furry thing. I mean, maybe it was at one point, but it's like a mascot thing. Now you just went into Earthbound stuff. Name your pet, name your favorite homemade dish, favorite thing. For my favorite homemade dish, I'm going to say Reddit. Okay, shoutouts to that Magic Mush video that came out a few weeks ago. You know, I got to work on that wiki. There's a lot of pages there that are missing pictures that just say placeholder, you know, and I made it a link so it's intentionally broken so because I can go on the wiki as an admin and there's a page I can see that says pages that have broken links, so I can click that and know where I need to put the pictures. I haven't done it yet. I'm done. See, Buster Keaton Rules is right. He says gators don't have fur. That's why it's not a furry thing. See, it's a technicality, okay? You know, it's the... I'm not a furry because alligators don't have fur. That's the same stupid line of logic as she's actually a 4,000-year-old vampire demon in the body of a 12. It's the same, like, non-logic, okay? It's like that's not what we're talking about. You know what we're asking, idiot. That's anyways, so I don't know how long tonight's stream's gonna take, but I have 2 things to unbox. The normal one, and then Buster Keaton Rules sent me something in. So I saw him, he popped into chat. He's the one who said cameras being a diva. I also said alligators don't have fur. Emporio resubbed for 84 months over on Twitch. That's 7 years. Thank you, Emporio. That means Necros is lurking around somewhere. He'll probably resub because they're tied. They're neck and neck. And then I believe Ghost of Cerberus, she's a couple months behind them. And then there's like a drop off, and then I'm trying to think, like, I could probably look up who's the longest tenured underneath that. It's probably going to be in the vicinity of like Goose's Looses, Hondo, Just LSD. A lot of those folks have in the 40s and 50s and things like that. So we'll have to see. Anyways, I was going to say something else. I don't remember what it was. Oh, I haven't uploaded the 8-year subscriber badge yet. I will... Fandramon, you're really good about tagging me and posts on the Discord. Tag me and call me stupid and tell me to upload the 8-year badge. I have it. I just haven't done it yet. All right. So, for tonight's unbox, I have a collector's edition video game that I'm willing to destroy the value of to open up live on the air. Okay? Now, some of you guys that have access to the Gatorbox Patreon or the subscriber-only posts on the Discord, It's not that collector's edition that was in the most recent post. That's that might be on the schedule at some point. I don't actually know, but that's not tonight's unbox. Tonight's unbox is for the Nintendo DS, and it's very much a sign of the times. You might recognize it when you see it, but folks, I'm talking about a little thing called Kung Zoo. All right, you feel me? Look at this shit. I'm gonna trick you into looking at the thumbnail. Look, I just did it. I just did it. I just fucking did it. I got you. This Kung Zoo. So, let me give you some backstory on this. This thing, these things, that guy. In the 2000s, the mid 2000s, there was a thing called Zuzu Pets. You know, ZHU, pronounced zoo. It's kind of like that model from the 50s, Zsa Zsa Gabor, but just spelled even dumber. So Zuzu Pets was this like Chinese fad, like not to say that it's like Chinese crap or whatever, but it's like it was actually like a Chinese thing, I think, and it gained traction here, kind of like how maybe it was a Korean one. I don't actually know, but it was dancing very close to accidentally saying something racist. So let's break that line of thought. Uh, so Zuzu Pets were like, I remember. What year is this? The DS was 2005. This is 2010. So this was almost like past its prime. But I remember in like around 2006 or 2007, like these stupid little wind-up hamsters were like the toy to have for the holiday season. Like everybody had to have one. They were like Furbies again. The same shit. Different day. And they were basically like, they're not wind-up hamsters. They're battery operated, I think. And they have a little motorized thing, and they just scooter. They're like hex bugs, basically, except they have fur on them. So, like any toy empire, they decided they were going to branch out into video games. They did a game called Kung Zoo, okay? You feel me here? Dr. Surgeon Guy is asking which one, left or right. I mean, can we just get a better look at these guys? Like, I don't like him. And I don't like either of them. I really don't. Which one left or right? I'm gonna have to go with neither. I don't like these characters. They're dumb. Is this a Labaloo Labafoo? I'm upset that I know what that is, okay? I'm very mad that I know what that is. I'm usually so disconnected from this crap that it doesn't bother me, but I know what that is. So, Zuzu Pets were these little hamsters, and they sold they sold a playset that was like a little hamster cage. They apparently are still a thing. Fandramon is linked to zuzupets.com. They still sell the toys. I have seen them in stores. They look a little better than they do here. But this was back when it was like the absolute hot new thing. Now they're still around as toys, but they're like background noise crap that they have them at Walmart and stuff like that if you want them, but they're not really in demand anymore. So, like I said, they were trying to capital... That's not the hamster making that rat. What the hell? I really hope they didn't give me batteries on the house and they've gone bad inside. This is still sealed, so they could have melted. I don't know. So this is for the Nintendo DS. They actually sold two versions of this game. One of them is just the game by itself, but this is the collector's edition, okay? And if you look, this gray turd in here, this is Tull, okay? No relation to Jethro. Kung Zoo hamster included while supplies last, okay? While supplies last. So if you pull this off the shelf at the Toys R Us and you look in there and the guy in the pack, supplies are out, okay? Should have bought him earlier when he was still in the box, okay? While supplies last. I've never played the game. I know nothing about this. This is sealed, okay? Sealed, the standard copy of this game goes for about $7. This, I paid $9 for, okay? Not really breaking the bank on this one. It's not really worth anything. That's why I do not care if I'm gonna slice it open. So it's a fighting game of some persuasion. You know, you can look at the screenshots on the back. I don't even know. I really can't even tell what's going on in there. It just looks like an even worse version of Brutal, Paws of Fury. Okay? And you know what? Unlike Brutal, I don't think this game has a Foxy Roxy to be an obscure furry waifu. Yeah, look her up. They knew what they were doing. They were... Someone who was making that game was like, what if we had Maid Marian from Robin Hood in our fighting game, but we put her in, like, skin-tight athletic clothing and showed midriff for our fighting game and just make everybody else some frumpy guy. Every fighting game has to have a Chun-Li, okay? That's Foxy Roxy. She's actually appeared on Gatorbox, I believe, in one of the very, very, very first Game Hells, Select Soft Publishing. We played a bingo game, and we crashed it because the game didn't have a contingency for when all the numbers are picked, and it tries to pick another one if you just don't mark anything on your bingo card. And for some reason, whoever made that game inexplicably put sprite artwork of her in that game. Weird little Gatorbox trivia. That's like literally like a decade ago. So, in the Zooniverse, that's a trademark, okay? Zooniverse, trademark. Life is good. Life is happy. Some might say it's zoorific. But sometimes, just sometimes, things get a little unhappy. And that's when we call Kung Zoo. The way this is written, in the Zooniverse, life is good. Life is happy. Some might say it's zoorific. Some people are saying it is zoorific. I didn't say that. I've heard other people say that. It's tremendous. It's going to be huge. Don't know why I thought about that. This was produced by Game Mill Entertainment, so that's the international symbol of quality. Not to be confused with Track Mill, the studio that I used to work for. We made better games. Same logo, though. Just with the gears, you know? Anyways, this is still sealed, so I'm going to have to cut this one open. Wait till you hear about the multi-Zooniverse. Let's not and say we did. You know, I don't know. Hey, there's Necros. Welcome to the stream, Necros. I mentioned that you might be lurking because Emporio resubbed tonight. I was like, you're the other person that's tied with him. So Necro, where Emporio is, Necros also is. I keep poking around with this knife with the cap off. I probably shouldn't. This game's rated E10 for cartoon violence. Just one, which just means the game is closer to getting a teen rating than it is to getting an early childhood rating. I noticed something real quick. I need to... Yep, turn on the... Even though I have reinstalled Windows and reconfigured this computer, for some reason the white balance still keeps coming on this. Alright. Kung Zoo. I'm opening it from the bottom, so when I resell this on eBay, no one will know it's been opened. Yep, that's... Oh, dude. Wait, what? Hang on, you gotta be... No. What? Hey, Okay. You see what just fell out? This is still sealed. Is there no game case? They didn't do that for the... There's the manual. Oh my god, really? Come on, fucker, get out of the box. Oh man. So, okay, that's... Yeah, they didn't put a... Whatever. They did not put... We'll address this in a second. There isn't a retail case, even though this is retail boxed sized, they didn't put a DS case in the box. It's just... This shit was just loose in the package. This fucking piece of shit was packaged better than that. And its own dedicated thing. This little potato guy. This is literally like, this is it. You get a little AOL free trial. This is like an AOL floppy disk sleeve. In fact, I might just use this to hold exactly one floppy disk. This is the stuff that would have came. This is the manual and I know the box. This is the case, but like, people already don't keep their game cases. No one's gonna keep. This is paper. Your metal is made out of paper. The whole length of time, my metal, the real one, has been made out of Crayola fucking Model Magic and acrylic paint. No one's gonna keep this shit. That's why nobody kept Nintendo NES cases. So this is gonna be your 8-page toilet manual that just has flashing light warnings and copyright stuff, and what the DS look. Yeah, there is literally 2 pages in the center of this manual that I guess tell you how to play this game. And this whole screen is how to get past the main menu. Great. Good stuff. It's real good stuff. Is that supposed to... No. There's like a little slot cut here, so I thought... oh, that's where this was. This was stuck. I was stuck in there like, this is so fucking dumb. Really? That's. I mean, you could have put the smaller case inside the bigger box so that when you're, done playing your dumb Kung Fu game, you just put it in there. What are these batteries we got? They don't look like they've gone off. Okay, look at this dude. Mitsubishi super heavy duty, okay? They might not be puck cells, but goddamn it, we'll make this work. This battery is not rechargeable. Well, there goes that. The first thing I was gonna do was I was gonna pop in my little hobby charger. So here's our little guy. I mean, this is where your money went right here. Here's a little guy. Please keep toy away from hair. Doesn't really want to focus on the hamster's ass. Understandable. This is why, because this little thing, these wheels rather, they that will wrap your hair up, and you probably shouldn't run this on the ground either, because it will pick up all the shit on the floor. So this little thing right here, this is the secret sauce right here. See this little thing by this wheel? You pull this up, and now it slowly offsets the wheels of the hamster, so he'll go in circles and stuff. That's really it. And then he has a little this little thing on the front is like a little. I don't think this does anything. I've literally only held a Zuzu pet once, and it was like 20 years ago because one of my cousins had one of these, and I was like, oh, that's what these are. Okay, good. Where do the batteries go? Oh, okay. I was hoping for instructions here. It just says his full name. You want to dox this hamster here? Come on, dude. Tull Kuge. Yep. Does the how do you? I mean, does this come off? Like, how do you put the? Before I fuck up the hamster, are there instructions on how to put the batteries in the hamster? Are they in the manual? How to put the batteries in the... I mean, you sold me a Zuzu pet, and it doesn't come with any of the instructions for how to... No, that's literally just... And then this is... What even is this? You know what? You know how many Nintendo DS games I've played in my entire life, and I don't even know what the fuck this is? Health and safety precautions. Is this literally just epilepsy warning in every language under the fucking sun? Don't turn it on and off really fast. It's bad for the battery. It's precauciones y mantenimiento para el equipo. Warning seizures, repetitive motion injuries and eye strains, battery leakage, radio. Yeah, it's all the FC. This is what government meddling gets you. They had to put this in every single fucking thing they sold. This is a video game. If it's not going to cause radio interference. I shouldn't need... Who cares? Nobody on the planet ever has read the contents of this. Not a single person. I am willing to bet money on that there is not a single person out here, other than the committee that had to write this horse shit, has ever read anything on this in any language. None. None. Stupid. Oh yeah, don't take the Nintendo DS on the plane. It'll fuck up the radio and they'll hit the other twin tower up. Zuzu Pets did 9/11. Okay, so I think you got to take this. I think there's a screw here. So I'm gonna go get my screwdriver real quick. So let me just see. You mean actually reading in full because I just read it out? I mean, I read like the headers. I didn't actually read anything on the thing. There's a Zuzu. Hang on. There's a Zuzu Orca. Wait a minute. Hang on. Holding up the stream for this. Like, this is new. This is new. We are so back. We're so back. Okay. I'm gonna get one. I kind of want one now. How much are they? Was it more than $9 what I spent on this collector's? Can I trade this in? Does anybody want this? Hey, if you want this thing, I'll put it back in the box real nice. It doesn't have a game case apparently, but I'll just throw that back in there too. You send me the orca, I'll send you this instead, okay? Do a 1-to-1. Do you know they're finally adding an orca emoji in Unicode version 17, I think? Do you guys realize that before they added an orca, they added every single possible skin tone ever for all the smiley faces. They made genders for every single line of work. You know, you got the policeman, you got the policewoman, you got the police them, you got them all. They added a pregnant man. They added every possible permutation of parents and children that there could possibly be. They added flags for every single country on the planet, even the shitty ones, even the ones that don't exist, and even the ones that don't even have any access to the internet whatsoever, so they wouldn't be able to use their own goddamn emoji in the first place. They added all of those before they added a killer whale. It's about fucking time. Game for Aliens is like, I love the pregnant man emoji. Hi, Game for Aliens. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. What flag is that? Flux? What flag is that? South Sudan? I don't even know where that is. I do not know where that is. Is there another screw underneath this warning? I feel like this... Do I just gotta take the screw all the way out? I don't... How do you put the batteries in? Do I gotta... Okay, if I peel off the warning, where does... Dude, come on, man. Stupid cheap-ass stick. Dude, it's the worst thing is when you try to peel the sticker off, it just rips. Fangermon's right. We only have one ungendered alien emote. I mean, I know Gay for Aliens. I know what he prefers. I can just infer from the name. So you just go either way. I think just the alien is just androgynous, right? You never really know what you're gonna get until they take their pants off. But they're probably gonna probe your butt anyways, so it's all good. I don't think there's a screw hole under this. There's not one. There isn't one. How does this? How do I do this? There is one screw in the bottom of this toy, and I cannot. For the life of me, I can't figure it out. Dude, there's probably somebody watching this who was like, Draco, Zuzu pets for my whole life. You can't figure out this stupid hamster. No, I can't, okay? I can't figure out the stupid hamster. They gave me batteries, but I can't. There's a hamster manual and the pull from the wheels, the whole thing off? From the wheel? Wait, is this a lock? I thought that's the... No, that's the thing that just adjusts how it goes. Okay, hang on. Let me get a flathead screwdriver. We're gonna pry it in down here. I'm committed to seeing what this hamster does. Oh, that didn't sound good. Oh, that did not sound good. Did I break it? Maybe? Oh, no? Alright. How does this... I mean, that's where the money is right there. That's where the... That's what your $9 gets you. Let's see. So this is actually kind of like the insides of a stomper truck from the 80s, except dumber. Okay, so you put the batteries down in this little section, and there's a kind of a... This completes the circuit, and then there's a double contact right here, and there's these two little prongs. I don't know if you guys can see them. There's these two little prongs above the battery thing that connects to the little things, the little tongues on this motor thing, and this is a gearbox. I recognize this motor. This was called like it's like a something 150, I think. This is in every single cheap toy that's ever been made. Back in the day, they used to make great drive motors for 1-pound battle bots. Just a thing for you. So I'm gonna put these batteries in this hamster, and it wouldn't surprise me if these AAAs don't work anymore. So we'll see. We got a bot on Kick. I think that bot just targets channels that don't have anybody watching right now on Kick. The bot says, that smells weird. It's not leaking. I don't think it is. My fingers don't burn. The bot's like, are you tired of streaming to 0 people? Let's change that. Click shady link. This guy, bro, doesn't know about Twitch and YouTube, where there are people. Hey, guys. This is a weird thing. So how does it... That smells like starch or something. It's weird. Okay. So put this back. Okay, well, it made noise. So I guess the batteries aren't... Okay, that's enough. Stop making noise. All right, so we got this guy. He makes noise. Let's see. All right. How do I get him to go? Is it the nose? I mean, because they bump into things, and this tells them to turn. How do you get him to go? I don't fucking know. How does it... Go. Go, go, go. I cannot figure... This is the simplest fucking toy in the world, and I cannot figure this out. I'm like a caveman discovering fire for the first time. Fanjman, did you post the guide and the thing? How do you use your stupid... Is that the new Zuzu manual? Yeah, stop making noise. Okay. There's a code reader on this? Oh, that's a new one, though. How do we... Stop. Please stop making noise. The hamster is equipped with a proprietary code reader. Sure. Okay, how do we make him go? There's a back button. Yep. So when you go to a website, you want to go back a page. That's the back button. There's a head button. And there's a nose button. So, okay, how do you make him go? Activation buttons. The button on its nose is bump. Yep. The nose button has no function in talk mode. Okay, how do you install two AAA batteries? How do we make this guy go? I want him to drive. Press the back button to engage the motor. I mean it. Do I hold it? Does he not work? I mean, is that... He makes a lot of noise, but... So... He's in talk mode right now. He just makes noise. So, number 2, explore mode. This is where you get to watch the hamster go out and explore the world. Press the back button to engage the motor and set the Okay, do I got to pick him up first? I feel... This is a toy for literal stupid Zoomer children. I can't figure this out. It's not a... No, this is definitely motorized. There's a motor inside this thing. It's not friction drive. It's not pull... honestly, I can't even pull it back because it doesn't turn that way. Okay. What is this? In explore mode, he'll make crazy fun sounds and wacky movements. Dude, Okay. We got some things here. If the hamster makes sounds but the wheels will not turn, open the battery box. Make sure both batteries are firmly seated in position. I'm gonna assume that maybe the batteries are just almost dead and there's only enough for it to make annoying sounds and not to drive. I have some AAA batteries though. Let me pop this guy open. Oh, I gotta undo this thing. I'm stupid. Well, that's the thing, is that the motors on their own don't, you know, those don't just die. Batteries do. These Mitsubishi batteries are almost 20 years old. The copyright date on the bottom of this hamster says 2008, but the game says 2010, so this seems like stock they couldn't sell. All right. I got fresh batteries. I know these are brand new, okay? Is there a use by year on these Mitsubishi batteries? Does it say? No, but... All right. Now we're cooking. This guy's gonna go so fast. He's gonna zoom. All I want to do is zoo and a boo boo. All right. Surprise me. Surprise me. Dude, come on, man. He's not. Yeah, he's really quiet. Why is he quiet? He's really quiet now. Why is he quiet? These are brand new batteries now. What did I do? He's still not moving. Guys, I'm beginning to think this is just stupid bullshit. What is this guy's problem? I mean, these contacts are fine. Right? He's still making noise. Good. Did I accidentally, like, cover something up? What did I do? Like, why is he so quiet all of a sudden? How is this a code reader? There's not even, like, an optical thing in this. That's just, like, a little nub. Is it a... Oh, it's got little things. When it runs over, it flicks these little... It's like an analog... It's almost like a record needle, I think, is what that is. It's like those old little Tykes, the vinyl discs or whatever. It's not really vinyl, it's just plastic with things on it. It's like an old See and Say. Okay. I feel like I am doing surgery on a grape. I really do. He's just he got really quiet now. This motherfucker doesn't work. I mean, I'm convinced he doesn't, okay? Just to make sure I'm not going crazy, I'm going to put the other Mitsubishi batteries back in it and see if it makes them really loud again. I know those batteries are not bad. Like, these have a year on them, right? Yeah, fucking 2028. They're still good. This is way loud again. Like, this is... What? Are these batteries depleted? Hang on. I gotta figure this shit out, okay? I gotta figure this shit out. Where's my TV remote? Okay, these take... I want this fucking guy to work, okay? I didn't spend $9 to get fucked by a hamster. That's a sentence that's never been said before. Okay, he's making... Yeah, he's loud. Why are these two... I don't fucking know, dude. Whatever. Okay. Work! Go! Drive! Take the wheel and drive. Whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there. With open arms and open eyes. Yeah. He doesn't work. He's tired, okay? He doesn't work. He doesn't... That's it. He doesn't... Just... I don't fucking know. So I've tried 3 different pairs of batteries. One of them might actually be dead. Press the nose? I can't figure this out. I feel stupid as hell, man. I look stupid as hell, too. I realize I've been fucking with this for like 20 minutes. Dude, are the contacts for the motor thing just, like, not touching? Like, what's the... Okay. I'm gonna lick my thumb, and I'm gonna touch these little things, and are they flexible? Like... Okay. I'm gonna pull these little tabs out from the motor, okay? I'm gonna pop them out a little bit, just a little bit, because maybe when I was trying to pull this thing out the first time, I was a little too rough with it and I messed it up. Okay? Okay, now, buddy, I have given you every fucking chance at life. Just... Okay. He doesn't work. The guy, he doesn't work, alright? And I'm honestly sure that this is probably more thrilling, engaging gameplay than what the game actually has to offer. I hate this stupid thing. Why did people want this shit? This is dumb. It's not even... look at this stupid guy's... Look at this idiot. Look at this stupid idiot. Absolute stupid... He's not even cool enough. I thought maybe it'd be funny to put him on the shelf behind me after this unbox. He's going right back in the box. I'm throwing this in my garage. This is trash. I don't fucking... Okay, that's... You know what? Okay, that's it. That's Kung Zu. Thanks for tuning into this Gator Unboxed fucking stupid fucking hamster thing. I'm done. Whatever, dude. I don't even care if you subscribe. Don't subscribe. This was a terrible video, and it doesn't deserve being subscription. Don't subscribe. Click a dislike, downvote, unsubscribe from the Patreon page. All those things. Cancel your Twitch sub. We're done with this. We're done. Oh fuck! I need to get him because I need the... I need those batteries for my TV remote. Man, I'll get him in a second. Okay, well, he's also still making noise over there. Can you guys still hear that shit? I probably should have just taken the batteries out. I'm gonna go get him, and I'm gonna get him. I'm assuming these batteries are dead. I'm gonna turn them off because that's making me annoying. Ta-da! Okay. You guys want me to destroy this hamster? Okay. Put them over there. Let me put these back in my TV remote. Terrible. Stupid stuff. Alright. Might need that. Okay, so the other thing I have to unbox, I have one piece of viewer mail tonight. And I usually wait until I get 3 of them, but viewer mail's been kind of slow lately, so I don't want to get something from someone and tell them hang on, and then wait for 2 months while once somebody else sends me more crap from AliExpress and somebody else sends me another box of stuff. So we're just gonna unbox this one thing on its own. This, all the way from Scandinavia. This is from Buster Keaton Rules. Thank you, Buster Keaton Rules. I know that because he wrote his name here, and I also know his power word because he's a Patreon supporter. So this is wrapped very nicely. Very nicely. It's like whenever I package things at work. Looks very, very nice, very professional. I appreciate that. I didn't want to read the customs thing and spoil what's in here, so. It does say it's like a novelty trinket item, which It's just vague enough for me to not know what that actually is. Also something about a book. Man, this is a new X-Acto blade. Because I kept telling you guys for the past like year I've been meaning to get a new one. Oops. Okay. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. What do we got here? What is it? Is that wrapped like a present? Okay, it's like a gift box, I think. Is that what that is? Oh, no, it's actually a big ass box of Lind chocolates. I know you just repurposed the box, but I gotta be straight with you. I am terrified to think of how big a box of this kind of chocolate actually is when it's full of when it's full of the chocolate. I don't know. So it's a lot of stuff here. Here we go. We just got a... Man, did you kept the packaging from the lint? Is it actually chocolate? All right. Hey, dude, this is a really good thing to have opened for tonight's stream because it pertains, judging by what's talked about here, it pertains to tonight's game, actually. This is from Mr. Keaton Rules here. Cheers, Draco. As you were winding down your first Friday stream of 2025, I was delighted to hear you mention the interactive Titanic experience was on your radar, if not necessarily on your primary schedule. I also remember you mentioning Titanic, that's me screwing it up. Titanic Adventure Out of Time being part of your game library. In an effort to help build some Titanic hype among the Gator crowd, I set out to hunt down some memorabilia for your coin collection, which I do have. The 9/11 pop-up coin that I got for, it's not on the shelves anymore. I phased it out for some other stuff, but yeah. Obviously, no piece of Titanic memorabilia is going to compare to the Lithuania medal, which failed so hard it ended up actively contributing to the fall of the German Empire. However, as the Titanic is by far the most famous of the two disasters, the market is practically flooded with more or less tasteful trinkets stamped with some sentimental copy pasta and an image of the ship. There's stuff like gold bars with full color printing being sold for $3 with free shipping from China. That's real gold. That was on the ship. They made those for the ship. They were recovered from the heart of Ground Zero, just like the fucking silver on those 9/11 coins. And then there's Object A. Even in a market where a certain faint but inevitable exploitative cash grab funk is always going to be present in some capacity, a commemorative Titanic coin that fails at being a coin will inevitably count as a noteworthy standout. This particular example was likely issued in 2012 when the wreck site, WREK, turned 100 years old and could finally be added to the UNESCO World Heritage List. Yes, I said wreck, WREK site. That's the level of quality we're dealing with, so I guess they fucked up on the coin there. And yet, Object B somehow manages to outdo it. Apologies in advance, as this is almost certainly the worst trash I'm ever going to send you. You'll probably recognize this thing as an utter waste of bottom-grade pot metal, even long before you realize that it appears to be marketed toward people who think Kate Winslet's character from the 1997 Titanic movie was an actual historical person. Rose, by the way, the one who threw that fucking blue necklace off the back and then died. Yeah, that's her. For one thing, the manufacturers decided to use that scene as the basis for the design. When you said that scene is italicized, so I believe Buster Keaton Rules is referring to the scene where Leo DiCaprio draws Kate Winslet's chalky, ghostly, pale white breasts. When this movie came out, I was like at the prime age to want to see some titties. And I saw that movie in theaters. I was like, no, man, I think I'm gay now. Oh, thanks, Kate. You fucked it up. I literally saw that scene. I'm like, I'm gonna go fuck a dinosaur, actually. I'm making a conscious decision right now. I'm gonna fuck a dinosaur. That's what it's gonna be. You know what scene I'm talking about. I suggest you open this one off screen and see for yourself whether this is so. It might be actually. Oh, that's terrible. I'm not looking forward to that. You know, revisit an old trauma. Sending you this NSFA, not safe for America stuff, is not something I do lightly. But this piece of trash was such a magnificent failure in every possible other way too. I just couldn't leave it alone. I'm going to argue it's not an anime coin, and I also assure you that nothing of value would be lost if you were just to throw it away without even opening it. Anyway, the image is so comically poorly rendered, the warning sign I put on the envelope is probably more explicit. If you decide to waste actual screen time on this thing, it may interest you that a certain feature on the reverse is detachable, being held in place by a surprisingly powerful magnet. You guys know I'm all about those coins. I got an anime titty coin, so like 1872 on it last time. Good job. To prevent the shipment from sucking too much, I'm also including some Asterix albums. While I know you're familiar with at least one video game adaptation, I have no idea just how well-known Asterix is over there. So in case a quick rundown is needed, here you go. Asterix and Obelix, the two Vikings, the European comic, they have tried to make that a thing many times over here in the United States, and nobody seems to give a shit. Asterix and the Great Rescue, I have that for Sega Genesis. It's one of the few console games that got localized here. It has an absolute banger of a soundtrack. I remember it was one of those games that I held up the tape recorder to the TV to record onto a tape so I could listen to it when I was a kid. I remember doing that for the game, but I hated that fucking game because it was not fun to play. There's also an Asterix and an Obelix game, each individually, for the Atari 2600 back in the day. One of them, I think Asterix, is just a sprite, like an official, just reworking of the game Taz, where you catch the flying items in the little area. And Obelix, I don't know what that one is, but I actually own a copy of Obelix loose. I have a cartridge. When I found that game, it was in AtariAge.com's rarity database as a 10 out of 10 unbelievably rare game because so few people had ever really documented ever having a copy of it. I got a copy of that for $1. I paid $1 for a rarity 10 out of 10 game because the person did not know what they had. So I bought that, and I think it's been reclassified as like a 7 or something. It's still pretty rare, but it's not a 10 anymore. But when I bought it, it was a 10, okay? 10 might as well have only been one of those in the world. I got it. As we've covered before, Rene Goscinny got his big breakthrough in comics by writing Lucky Luke scripts. I read a couple of those, by the way. I like those. However, he remained true to his personal work ethos of never turned down a possible gig, and went on to also write scripts for several other artists, including Albert Uderzo. After collaborating on several short-lived projects, Goscinny and Uderzo created the first Asterix story in 1961. The premise was simple. Around 50 BC, a small village in Gaul, ancient France. It's French, it's crap. Is holding out against the otherwise all-encompassing spread of the Roman Empire, mostly thanks to a secret super-strength potion brewed by a village druid, Getafix. The comic's main protagonists are the diminutive but brave warrior Asterix and his permanently super-strong best friend, Obelix. Obelix also serves as the region's main supplier of menhirs, those mysterious standing stones left by many different pre-Roman cultures. When the Asterix stories were first being published, a lot of the comedy was intended as an on-the-nose socio-political satire, lampooning aspects of contemporary life in 1960s and 70s France. However, both creators were world-class masters of comedy, and Asterix is no less funny to a modern reader who has no idea what was going on in France several decades ago. I have seen some of the comics, and there is a new Asterix game that is on Steam. It's like a Hearthstone, it's like a card battling game. I bought it. It was on sale on the Steam sale. I haven't played it yet, but I've been wanting to try it. The comic is sometimes accused by critics of being overly formulaic. For X reason, Asterix and Obelix must travel to Y location and fight Z people, naturally while packing a healthy supply of magic potion. This can, of course, still be great fun if handled well, and Goscinny and Uderzo handle it really well, but it does also mean that the very best albums are usually the ones that break with the formula by focusing on a more character-driven plot set within the village itself. Heavily inspired by the historical 1965 presidential election campaign between Charles de Gaulle and François Mitterrand, both respected war heroes at a time when France was still finding its footing in the aftermath of World War II, the big fight from 1966 shakes things up as village chief Vital Statistics has to defend his position against Roman-backed rival Cassius Ceramix. Due to the more martial approach to politics that was the norm in ancient times, some references to boxing champion Muhammad Ali and his various opponents were also inevitable. The stakes are raised considerably as Getafix the Druid falls victim to a freak menhir accident shortly before the fight and forgets how to make the magic potion. In another deviation from the formula, Obelix, whose motivations are usually limited to wild boars are good, taste good, fighting Romans is fun, gotta protect little buddy, now gets to play an active part in the plot. Admittedly, by causing a menhir-related problem. It may interest you that the big fight was recently adapted into a 5-episode Netflix series which modernizes and embellishes the classic story to excellent effect. When Asterix and the Normans from 1967 was first published, the obviously harmful rock and roll craze was spreading like a plague among the younger generations, especially in Paris and other urban areas. Desperate to curb the madness somehow, parents would often send their offspring to live with family in more rural areas where they wouldn't be exposed to the countercultural media at all times. This modern trend is why Chief Vital Statistics just gets an unexpected long-term visit from his unruly urban nephew, just for kicks. I like how everybody's name ends in an X. I've picked up on that, it's funny. Way back in ancient times. On cue, the village is also visited by a marauding band of Vikings who literally do not know what fear is and will stop at nothing to learn the secrets behind... Ooh, let me turn the page. The secrets behind the mythical power. Comical antics ensue as the inevitable Gauls have little reason to fear anything either. This installment is especially notable in that Cacophonics, the notoriously terrible village bard, Cacophonics is like a cacophony of noise, just like the Your Level Sucks quote, gets a turn in the spotlight in between serving as a one-note joke character throughout most of the series. Obelix and Company from 1976 is my personal favorite, so much that I considered just sending you that one. However, being a later installment in the series, it features a lot of subtle background gags, best appreciated by readers who are already familiar with how daily life in the village works. Originally intended as a satire of the 1973 oil crisis, Obelix and Company puts Obelix back in the spotlight, once again by introducing some menhir trouble. This time the plot is kicked off by Roman economist Caius Prosperus, a caricature of a young Jacques Chirac, who at the time was seen as an annoying upstart not expected to leave any lasting impact on French politics. Backed by Julius Caesar himself, Caius offers to buy as many menhirs as Obelix can deliver in an effort to engineer an economic boom, which can then be turned into recession, hopefully demoralizing the villagers and facilitating an easy Roman victory. Of course, Caius also has to dispose of the menhirs somehow. The inherent mystery of menhirs now adds another layer to the comedy, as because the actual purpose of menhirs is unknown to modern historians, it is also, of course, unknown to the characters in the comic. The only reason Obelix even makes the things in the first place is because it's something ancient Gauls used to do. And as it is also unknown how particularly large menhirs were transported, having the superhumanly strong Obelix just casually carry them around is often an underrated running gag. Fun fact, counting from the start, the 36th page of Obelix and Company, where Caius presents his menhir marketing scheme to Caesar, is the 1000th page of the Asterix comic. This milestone is subtly, pronounce the B, marked with the creator's signatures in a Roman-style commemoration notice in the lower right corner. Best wishes as always, Buster Keaton rules. He says, P.S. In preparation for your possible future shipments of choice Euro comics, how good is your Spanish? I took 3 years of Spanish in high school and 2 years of Spanish when I was in college. It's 4 semesters, not just 2 semesters. I took, 5 years of Spanish, and I live in an area with a relatively high Hispanic population, so I can read it and kind of understand it. I don't speak it very well, but I can read Spanish. So, we'll see. So we got the lint thing. So we got the Titanic stuff here. So this is Object A. So this is the one that sucks at being a piece of memorabilia. Can I open this without destroying the packaging? Because I really like the envelope he gave me here. These European staples, dude. They're not garbage like the American ones. Come on, dude. Also, hi, Jaggy. I saw you popped in. I was in the middle of reading that thing, so I didn't want to deviate from it too much. Whoop. Go. You know what? I'm going to put the cap on that so you guys don't yell at me. Here we go. This is... Oh, look at that, dude. It's nice. It's all a bubble wrap thing. Oh, this is a bag. Okay, I was like, what? I was like, I can't get to the item. What we got here? This is... Good. This looks just like... This looks just like the 9/11 pop-up coin thing. It's the same... Look at that thing, buddy. Look at that, dude. That's what sank the Titanic. They hit an iceberg made out of gold. That's what it was. That's... They fucking ran into that thing and it's like, it's gold. What does this say on the back? Dude, I'm gonna... Dude. Are these even words? Will this focus? Come on. Like, that is UNESCO World Heritage Site. Ah, look at that. The HMS Titanic. I'm assuming this is W-R-E-K, wreck. And then there is something printed over here that I do not even know. Like, I don't know what I think that's the date. Sank the 12th of April, 1912. And then that is... Are those the longitudinal coordinates of it? Is that where it is? Is that where she... I mean, I don't even know why looking at this with the naked eye. My vision's already fucked up, but like Also, I just realized that that thing in the middle of this is the wreck how it looks like now. It looks like a deflated whale. It's great. I mean, is it real silver? I can tell it's been cast from something. I don't even... It's just silver plated. I don't actually know. You're right. This sucks. All right. This is the one that's apparently kind of racy. So I will, if it's just... I feel like showing bare breasts in an artful context, I think, is fine on Twitch, but I don't know about all the other platforms, so I'll just, we'll see. It's art, okay? I like how this is not safe for America. Oh yeah, that's that's honestly that's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Wait, didn't you say which one of these has something that was removable? Let me see. A or B? Oh, okay, it's B. Has the magnetic thing. All right, so I'm gonna destroy the collector's value. I'm gonna pop this out of the thing. Maybe. I mean, I thought maybe is it. I have a million of these things that I keep, like the Mario Wonder Ball coin. Dude, what the hell? There we go. I got it. I got it. I got it. Right. So I believe this is the back of the coin because this looks like a thing that is removable. Okay, guys. It's actually RMS Titanic. It's not the HMS RMS Titanic, guys. This is the... Remember I said she threw the blue necklace in the ocean? That's what it is. The heart of the ocean. It's like a sapphire necklace or something that plays some type of plot point in the movie. I don't actually know. I don't care. On the back, I could probably get away with that. That's fine. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Okay, guys, look. Look at this. Rose Morgan Dawson Blake hyphenated Calvert. All right, that's like way too many. That's it. You're out of space. We got Rose here with her, her business out. wearing the little blue necklace. 1895 to 1999. Just fell 1 year short of the Nickelennium. Rest in peace. And there is a... Why is this removable? Why can I take... What? What the fuck? Why does this come off? This doesn't need to come off. Does it? I mean, why? This... You're just gonna lose this. This is not even... It's not even... It doesn't even have a hole in it. You can't, like, wear this on a thing yourself. This is just a... Why? Why can you... Why is this a take-offable thing? all of the actual precious metals are magnetic, by the way. That's how you know this is worth a lot of money. You honestly, you know, that's Kate Winslet's titties on the back. Those are the oh, to cover the other side, maybe. Those are the titties that disappointed a generation. That's terrible. You were right, Buster Keaton Rules. I shouldn't have looked. Now my face is gonna blow up like the Raiders of the Lost Ark. And then under here to finally, oh dude, look at that, dude. That's what got lit. It's Spruglani. Isn't that the soda from GTA that if you drink 500 cans of it, it blows the game up or something? All right, this is the good stuff. All right, this is the. Make sure there's nothing under this that I'm losing. Okay. Oh, this is. Ah, are these the same print house as the other ones? I think it is. I think it is. Here we go. This is a genuine Asterix comic. So yeah, this is... Are they not Vikings? I thought they were Vikings. The whole time I thought they were Vikings. Because you mentioned the Vikings showing up as a bad guy. So... But yeah, these are the big monoliths and stuff like that. They've been featured in a lot of things. This is like what Stonehenge is made out of too, right? And nobody knows how those damn rocks got there or whatever. I remember when I was in middle school, I read a book called The Doomstone. A Doomstone? Leave this happy Stonehenge. This is a Doomstone. Anyways, it's a young adult thriller novel about some monster that, you know, possesses people at Stonehenge, and people go out there to study it, and then like it possesses one of them, and they turn into a little Smeagol goblin and jump up on the. It's like one of the things. I don't want to spoil how it ends in case you want to read this book for 11-year-olds, but it was pretty cool when I read it as a kid. I thought it was nice. Is that just a summary of the? Okay, yeah, that's a summary. That'll be what was in the letter. I kind of want to see what some of this art is like. I also want to see the 1000th page. Yeah, this is kind of what I remember the comic looking like. I haven't really read a lot of the comics, but I am familiar with the art to some degree. Like I said, I feel like I have probably been exposed to Asterix and Obelix more than most Americans have, because I've played like multiple games. I've given it multiple shots. I haven't played the new card one on Steam yet, so I don't know if it's really going to be my kind of thing. You know what I mean? But the one for Atari is fine. It's just like the Taz game, and I like that one. I usually just play Taz because I don't actually own a physical copy of Asterix. I have the other one that was like super rare. And the one for Genesis, like, visually it looks nice. It has a great soundtrack. It's just a pain in the ass to play. Like the first few levels are not very good. But I know like they also had like Asterix and Obelix like XXL. It's like a PS2 game, I think. They tried to localize that here. I don't know if anybody bought that one. I didn't get that one. Hang on, which one was it that has the signature on it? I want to see that one. Is it because I've actually read a book? 36th page of Asterix of Obelix. All right, here we go. Where is this one? The 36th page. Is it? Oh yeah, look, there it is. Look at that. There's the little mark right there. That's really cool. I like that. I like that. This is him talking about. Do you own a men here? No one knows what the hell those are. You own a villa, a chariot, slaves, but do you own a men here? Oh man, is that what Talking about the stock prices of rocks and stuff here. Fandramon's like, yeah, it's a stone, Luigi. You didn't make it. I really like the artwork. I've seen this before of Asterix, this art of him, and that's I've seen it captioned with the phrase "Get a load of this guy." It's great. This exactly. See, this is great. That's what he says. This is well, I've got some reading to do. I've never owned any of the comics. Like I said, I've only ever really played the games. I've never seen the cartoons because the cartoons never made it over here. They never did the Asterix and Obelix cartoons here. It was just the few games they tried to do. I think they saw games as the more approachable thing because you could pitch it to somebody and it would be it's an easier sell than getting someone to commit to watching a TV show or reading a comic or something like that, especially if it's not connected to the culture in any meaningful way at that time. So yeah, like I said, I played the video games mostly because I don't remember there ever really being any other media of these guys in the United States other than that. But it is weird because I feel like I said I've been exposed to this more than most other Americans probably have. I don't know. So Fangemon says her brother had the PlayStation 2 Asterix. So that was the XXL one then, right? Because I remember that one. I remember seeing it. I just don't have that one. But I haven't played that one. But yeah, these are pretty damn neat. I like this. It's nice seeing what is important to somebody else and getting a little bit of insight into, especially somebody who lives like literally on the other side of the planet, I think so. Buster Keaton Rules is from Scandinavia. It's part of Europe. So I think like ideally I get that. And then if there was somebody from Japan who was a big fan of Gatorbox who would like tell me all these funny things about Japan, I'd be like, that'd be awesome. So I got one out of two, ain't bad. So because I've hosted this show for over like a decade and a half. The entire show is me telling you dumb stories about stuff I've done in my life here in the United States. So it's cool that I can relate to somebody with that. Buster Keaton Rules, thank you for the comics. I appreciate it. Thank you for the whatever this is, the toothpick, and thank you for the titty coin. This is actually worse than the anime titty coin that said 1872 on it. It's terrible. It's honestly, I think out of all the coins you guys have. All the coins you guys have sent me, this is probably among the worst. It probably is the worst. The best one you sent me was the fake Bitcoin that had that fucking Japanese guy on the back that they thought was like, what's this guy's name? Satoshi Nakamoto, that they thought was him, and it's not him. It was just some guy that the internet thought was him, so they put him on a coin. Terrible. Anyways, if you want to send something to the Gatorbox post office box, the address to do that is somewhere. It's somewhere. It's probably in the video description. It's not going to be on the screen in case it ever changes. So, send something there. we do need a Gatorbox map. But just don't dox yourselves, okay? Don't want to get doxed live on the air like I am. You guys don't know where I am. I'm hanging on to these little. You know what? I'm gonna put object. This is what I'm gonna do. Put object A in there. I'm gonna put object B in here, so I don't lose them. I'll figure out something to do with those. All right. Shit. We're going to go to Be Right Back, and when we come back from break, tonight's game is Titanic, the experience. So it's very serendipitous that Buster Keaton Rules sent us not one, but two awful Titanic things. We're going to make that a trifecta, baby, because I don't have a good feeling about this game. If it doesn't, I don't know how long it's going to take. We'll talk about that after the break. If the game is over and done with in 15 minutes, I have a backup game planned, and the same thing applies to that too. So we might actually go 2 levels deep on this one. So stick around. Don't go anywhere, or do. You guys probably know how this one ends. We'll be right back with Titanic, the experience. You guys can probably hear that. All quick, see? I was quick. And quick draw McGraw up in this, you know what I'm saying? Tonight's game is a PC game, so I don't really have to get anything set up and ready. I just gotta get the keyboard here. All right. Welcome back to Gatorbox, everybody. I'm your host, Draco. You know what makes a lot of money? Disasters. Things that are based on, you know, human suffering, okay? We just did that Gator unbox where Buster Keaton Rules sent me the little silver wreckage. It's not even really a commemorative coin. The coin's got to be like... One of you guys sent me a Pentagon coin for 9/11, and that also spelled "We Will Always Remember." It spelled remember incorrectly. Couldn't remember how to do that one. It was pentagonal. I'm like, that doesn't count as a coin. The coin's got to be a circle, okay? Nope. And then the other one that actually was a coin has the saddest titties on it that I've ever seen, and I never want to look at it again. I never need to see that again. Like I said, so tonight's game is Titanic, the experience. Which in chat, I just, I looked over at chat. Buster Keaton Rules popped off a great joke. He just repeated what I said. Titanic, the word, the experience, the more ambitious sequel to 3D Body Adventure. Guys, for all you people on F-List that have anal vor in your favorites category, this is the game for you. You ever wonder about that? You think they just get colonoscopies for fun so you can look at the TV? Like, you think it's what they do? I don't even know. I just, I think about shit like that sometimes. Anyways, the game Titanic, the experience, is a game where you are on the RMS, it's not H, the RMS Titanic, and you're on the boat, and it, goes down, okay? It do go down. It's a microcosm of that vine, okay? And it's an experience, right? Apparently the developer of this game has made different ones of other ships, but this is the one that, features the man of the hour, the Titanic. Those of you who, I feel like the Titanic is something that is very persistent within pop culture ever since it sank, because even back in 1912, the people that built that ship were like, this is unsinkable, okay? This thing we're building right here, this will not sink. Guaranteed. It's like that meme of the car salesman. You can fit a whole lot of not sinking in this baby. You know what? It's dumb, right? It is the biggest example of human hubris. You should never do that. You should never build a big-ass boat and say, that's not gonna sink. It's unsinkable. Never. Fake news. It will never sink. Ever. Because you know who heard you say that? God heard you say that. And he was like, he nudged the angels next to him. He says, hey, see these icebergs? That'll be really funny in about 4 hours. Watch. Watch. Unsinkable, dumbass. You tempt fate when you say shit like that, okay? You don't do that. So the Titanic hit a big chunk of ice, and then the Titanic, on its maiden voyage, didn't even make it. The Titanic has completed less than one successful journeys. Somewhere between 0 and 1, right? Hit the halfway point, and then was like, I'm gonna park on the bottom of the fucking ocean, and that's where it is today. It's the dumbest thing. Who is it? Sheba, thank you for the 100 Twitch pennies. It's you like the idea of Trump selling the Titanic greatest ship? Guys, they're making a new ship. It's called the Titanic ship, the RMS Titanic. Huge ship, tremendous ship. I've been on it. I took a look at it, took a tour of it. Very huge, tremendous, gonna be great. They say it's unsinkable. I didn't say it was unsinkable. They said it's unsinkable. Joe Biden built the ship. That one sank. That was not unsinkable. But the Titanic, guarantee it, not gonna sink. You guys gotta check this one out. Elon knows what he's doing. He put a man on the moon. He's gonna build a ship that's unsinkable. The Titanic is gonna be that ship. There it goes. So, oh yeah, Prodigy is right. When they did the christening, the bottle of whatever they use, champagne or whatever, it didn't break when they tried to crack it on the bow of the boat. That's a sign, okay? When you go and it doesn't do anything, you're like, all right, man, everybody form a line over there. We're gonna start giving your money back for these tickets because I just honestly I hit that bad juju, man. I hit that. I got a bad feeling about this. Okay, we're gonna start refunding tickets immediately. We'll put you on the next ship to wherever the fuck you were gonna go. You know, like. So. It's terrible, man. There is a guy in Australia. He's like an Australian billionaire, so that means he's like a 10,000-aire in the United States or whatever. He wants to build the Titanic too. He's the same guy that wants to build an actual Jurassic Park. I mean, that fucking Godspeed. John trying to make a video about that guy. Why would you want to make a Titanic 2? Why? You saw what happened the first time. Don't do that. You can't name anything that anymore, okay? The last person that made a boat named the Titanic and said it couldn't be sunk, it sank, killed a lot of people, okay? It is the hallmark of humbling, right? All of humanity was humbled in that moment. Cold water, water that was so cold it was solid, humbled an entire generation of people. In one night, okay? In like 2.5 hours. That's all it took. So, you do not make a Titanic 2. You got a million other names, right? Don't name it that. What was the Ocean Gate sub called? What that one was called? Where just like they were underwater. They went to go look at the Titanic, and then like they got close, and it was like, the fucking... People always talk about that stage in Mario 64 having the negative aura, whatever it was. The Titanic radiates hubris so much that when you get close to it, your fucking stupid ass shitty PlayStation controlled submarine vanishes. Crunches immediately, turns you into granulated fish food faster than your brain can even realize. We're gonna die, stupid assholes. It's Titan was the sub that blew up. That was the one. That's the one. Stupid assholes. It's... How are you gonna go look at that? You've already seen it. You saw the James Cameron movie. That was the highest grossing movie of all time at one point until Avengers or some stupid shit released. Like Titanic, out of all the stuff that was made in the 20 years following Titanic, nothing could dethrone it until like the Thanos, you know, Ant-Man crawls up his ass. That movie toppled it. I think Avatar did too, which was also a James Cameron movie because it took him a million years to make a second Avatar, so they put the first one back in theaters, and it made enough to bump Titanic off when adjusted for inflation, so... the Prodigy says, I had that controller that the Titan sub had. Yeah, a lot of people did. That was one you gave your little brother when you wanted him to pretend he was playing because you knew the controller was shit. They went to go see the Titanic in a submarine controlled by that controller, dude. It's like, man, like, it's... That controller was so bad, like... You still would have died if you went down there, but if you used a Mad Catz controller, you might have been able to get a little bit closer, okay? A little bit. You still would have fucking been toast. But you got a little bit closer. I don't know. There's that video that somebody posted. It was apparently the guy's wife, the Ocean Gate CEO's wife, was like radio contact with them about like when they were doing, you know, when you say okay, dropping weight, blah blah blah. You know, when you back and forth, you verify that. She's on the thing, and you hear there's like a thumping sound that gets transmitted over the whatever she's listening to. And people believe that's the sound of the ship just like turning into tissue paper, and everybody inside just dissipating and ceasing to exist. And she actually in the video doesn't know what that is. And she turns to the other person in there and says, "What was that sound?" The funniest fucking response to that I saw, the comment said, "That's the sound of a life insurance payout." Dumbass. So anyways, we're going to be playing Titanic the Experience, and I don't actually know a lot about this game. I know that it has like mixed reference or review scores on Steam, and I don't know if it's just like a sampling platter of the ship going down, and you just get to like watch it, you know. They probably didn't license the Celine Dion song. We'll have to play the flute version, the shitty one. That also gets copyright claimed because that guy has probably made a lot of royalties off of that song. So I don't know if it's like a thing where you are on the ship and it's the entire because I think the ship took like 2.5 hours to ship, like 2 hours and 20 minutes or something. So it would be the rest of this stream. We'll be on the ship and we'll see the whole thing. Or it could just be like, here it is. There's the fucking iceberg dead ahead, like they said, it's straight ahead. It's actually not dead ahead. That's one of those Mandela effect quotes, by the way. And then they see that, and then the ship goes down and then breaks in half, and then that's what it is. So it could just be that, and it might be done in like 15 minutes. So I don't actually know. So we'll see. Stockton Rush actively prided himself on not listening to people who knew how to build a submarine. Yeah, well now Stockton Rush, before he died, Stockton Rush came face to face with one of those killer whales that really don't like rich people. And that killer whale looked him in the eyes and called him a name that I cannot repeat on Twitch. And then the pressure collapsed his ship. Guarantee that happened, okay? So maybe you get to play as the iceberg. Hell yeah, dude. Imagine. Has somebody done this? Has somebody made Titanic the game where the goal is to not hit the iceberg? It would be like Desert Bus, right? Because there's that one thing in Desert Bus where you have to, like, somewhere in the 8 hours where you're driving on Desert Bus, you do have to, like, dodge, like, one thing. This is that game, except it's on water. There you go. That's a free idea for you if you do indie game bullshit. All right, let's do this. Now, I'm gonna do this over here. Look at that Steam graphic for this game. Now, that is quality right there, okay? Thank you, DSP. Dude, here we go. 1920 by 1080. I'm gonna set the graphics to good, because I have been told by the Steam reviews that this game runs like shit. So we'll see. Made with Unity? Sank a boat in Unity? Okay. We going? It's sized weird. Okay, hang on. Dude. This. Titanic, the experience. Guys. Arial. Could not even find a boat-themed font. Alright? Here we go. Night Explore Titanic mode, Day Explore Titanic mode, Titanic Interior Exploration. That could be night or day. You can't tell because you're in the boat. The Sinking Experience main game. Play free camera mode. Options or quit. Alright, well let's just do, let's just walk around on the boat at night, you know? Yeah, okay, I figured that from the name. April 14th, 1912. In the Atlantic Ocean. There's a comma. You missed the comma there. Here we go. We're on the boat. Dude, Aurora Boreolo! It's beautiful, man. It's so beautiful. I feel like if I died tonight, that would just be great. See something so beautiful. I feel like my life could end and I'd be happy. This does look like a Roblox game, by the way. Whoever's was that, Jaggy? Yeah, it does. The surgeon guy's like, the boat looks untextured. It does. Ahead. Yep. All the different engines here. We can jump. We just. Oh, look at this. I want to see something real quick. Can we just do this? Oh, okay, we can. Oh, we're Jesus! Oh, we're not gonna die! Alright! Alright! There we go! Good. I was not expecting to walk on the water. It's like a fucking Randy Travis song out here. Can I get back on the boat? So if I walk around, is there a ladder? In case somebody did this, you know. Alright, guys. I got a bad feeling something's gonna happen on this boat, so we're just gonna hoof it from here. There we go. See the Titanic? Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this, so we're just gonna go out. We're just gonna walk. I guess we see how far we can go. Already, we're just fucking off. Are we actually? Yeah, we're walking away from that boat. There we go. I'm gonna walk toward the moon. That's the North Star, right? We're you're now playing as Jack. Remember that scene from the movie? They're like laying, you know, Jack is in the water and Rose is laying on that half of the boat or the dresser drawer, whatever the hell she's on. She makes that promise to him that she would never let go. Second that motherfucker dies, she fucking drops him in the water. Such a microcosm of relationships. Alright. Walking towards that JPEG. I mean, we might just there is the potential to ploish. As far as I know, we are still backing away from this boat, right? Like we are. If you hold shift, that's run. Just gonna. Can you have two northern lights? I feel like by virtue of the name, you can't have two of them because one's gonna be the southern light, right? Well, that might be Eastern. It's not perfect. You know what I mean? Like, that's not... Yeah, it's like, did they just mirror the... I mean, it does look different, because there's like a... Well, no, I think the light is fucking up on the one on the left as we're walking, because it's doing that on the same over there, too. The render is... It is a nice-looking skybox when you're close enough to it for it to load correctly. I just realized we're making footsteps on the water like we're walking around on wood. Far across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you've gone on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart will go on. We'll stay forever this way, and I know in my heart will go on and on. I'm gonna stop singing. Well, that's all I know, so we'll just do that. We're getting really far away from this boat. Gotta fill up the snooze fest somehow. Cue the broken rookie. I just fucking. I'll record my own cover of that. I'll figure out fight. Did we despawn the boat? It's Hades Flame is like, that's because the song is from Titanic specifically. I like how the Aurora Boro Lolo, the Lola Bunny down there, is in the reflection of the water but not in the sky. This whole thing is fake. Necros, I made your whole household start singing that song and they won't stop. I'm sorry. Oh, did the tent did we walk out of a lighting area? I feel like the map doesn't need to be this big, right? Because the boat ain't gonna make it this far. It's going down right there. You know, it do go down. We're just I assume we are still walking away because it is affecting the draw distance as we. It is getting smaller. What is that? What is in front of us? We haven't gotten any closer to the moon. I mean, normally if you walk around on the Earth, you don't get any closer to what's up there. But given how dumb this game is, you might. I feel like we're aliens crash the Titanic. The moon's a JPEG. It's like. Well, that's true to life, Dr. Surgeon Guy, because the moon that's out there right now in real life, that's a JPEG. It ain't really there. Ain't no Planet X coming because ain't no...
Did you just say tits?
It said Titanic. It's got tit in the name. I mean, it would be funny. So we're operating on the the big rigs principle here, where I feel like I've committed to walking as far away from this boat as we possibly can, and I know that if I give up right now and go back to the main menu, I will have been 2 steps away from ploishing and falling out into who knows where. We're gonna fall down, and we're gonna find the submarine that's also down there. Do you imagine like? You imagine like another 100 years from now, when there's other people where the technology is much better to go down and see the Titanic when there's no risk of your thing imploding. Can you imagine going down there and not having been briefed on the fact that there was the Ocean Gate sub down there and being like, okay, we're investigating the wreckage of the Titanic. Guys, this is from 1912. This is 2 centuries ago. This is incredible stuff. The closest we've ever been able to get to this. You see down here some of the candelabras, the decorum of this used to be the ballroom, and over here is a PlayStation 2 controller. Necros is like Draco says, I paid for a trip to New York, and god damn it, I'm making it there. That's we are. See if I can jump. Some of this. A little bit Half-Life 2. Run jumping like that. Crouch jumping. I feel like we probably can't fall out of the game. I mean, wow, the only options are just to resume and quit the desktop, also clicking on, oh, there we go. I feel like we probably can't fall out of the map. We've walked far enough away from the boat, so... Prodigy is like, if it was hundreds of people and kids, it'd be a tragedy. But because it was just a few rich elites, we clown on them. You know, the thing is that there were a lot of, like, poor people on the Titanic. They were in the hull of the ship, like the really impoverished people that had a reason to get the fuck out and try to search for a better life elsewhere. You know, the people on the top floors are the people that were making it rain and listening to, oh, it's so sad the ship is sinking, and they're still playing the violin. Who fucking cares, man? And all those people down there that don't have a penny of their name, that paid everything they owned to try to get across to a better life, those people died. I feel bad about that. Fucking Mr. Rockefeller up there, who's got a bazillion dollars, I don't care. You know, the guy who went down there in the sun, like, dude, that's the thing with the Ocean Gate. It's like, dude, you have more money, you own more money that you could possibly spend in 5 lifetimes. And you cheaped out to go see the Titanic. Like, you cheaped out. Money is literally no object to you. And you went down to see the Titanic with the fucking PlayStation controller in a tin can with 1 window on it. You could have just, like, paid enough to just drain the entire fucking ocean and walk down there yourself. You'd be like, yeah, look, there it is. You have that kind of money. And instead you went down there in a piece of shit with a Nintendo controller, man. Like, you did it to yourself, you fucking idiot. I think, let's go do something else. How do we quit? Can we go back to I think we just have to quit the game and open it again. Dr. Surgeon Guy, a movie about the Titanic was released 31 days after the tragedy. Well, if it was 30 days, it would have been tasteless. Okay. Well, so let's actually look around what's on the boat. Let's go see what's on the boat instead of just jumping off the side of the boat. Aurora Borealis, at that time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within the game. Yeah, we can walk around in daytime, too. Oh, Kobe! Look at that, do a little bit of parkour. You ever heard of a game called Mirror's Edge? I haven't seen any of the red stuff, so I don't actually know where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, look. Safe. Speed run. Time. We escaped. We're gonna make it, guys. We're so gonna make it. We are the Titanic Bros. We are so back. Alright, let's go down here. Let's. Can I walk on that thing? It's That is a very white ladder. Very classy. Okay, let's see here. I want to get up on... Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think this rope has collision. There we go. All right. So yeah, I know. Okay. Okay. I know about this part. Okay. So what you got to do here? You go back across the crane hanging over the bridge. You hit the arrow thing, and it raises up the cage. And you can, if you're quick and you jump down and you get on Kazooie, you can get to the jiggy piece down there in time. I remember this part. On the other side of the boat, these three fight the big boombox guy. This would make a great GoldenEye 64 level. Bro doesn't know about the frigate stage. What's this doing here? I feel like that shouldn't be here. I'm gonna do the scene. I'm gonna do the scene. Jump up on the... No. You know, there's nobody here. And everybody abandoned ship. Yeah, they did. This guy didn't get the memo. Everybody safely evacuated the ship, and this stupid asshole was sleeping in. He woke up, he's like, dude, where is everybody? It was wild about this game is you could have called this game Bird versus Camel, and nobody would have argued with you. Can we go in the door? Is this a door or is this a JPEG? That's not really a quality, dude. Multi-million-dollar ship. 8-foot step leading up into the JPEG of the door. What we got here? Notice, passengers are not allowed beyond this point. Gee, I wonder who that sign's for. We can go down here? What is... Oh my god, dude, look at this. This is like liminal space is the game. I've already been here. Wait, did I get spun around or are both sides of the ship the same? I don't know. Let's go in the daytime, I guess. I'll crank up the graphics to... Okay, so we'll put the graphics on... What happens if I set them to fantastic? Will it chug my computer? Also, yeah, you're right. That was a house door. It wasn't like a ship door. And it doesn't look any different. It seems like the same thing. It's not even a better font. I put it on beautiful graphics mode. I expected to see Comic Sans, okay? I like how this one doesn't describe what it actually does. The other one says you get to walk around at night. This one that says play day explore. I don't know what that could be. Whoa, dude. I guess turning up the graphics actually did something. Look at that. There's grain on that wood. It's reflections in the... Oh, we're a vampire. We don't have a reflection. Okay. That might be why we walked around on the water. That is just like a... That's like a vanity bathroom door. With that little handle, too. Where's the afternoon exploration option? Look, you don't get that, okay? You get 7 in the morning or you get 3 in the morning. It's really the only ones you get. When did the Titanic hit the thing? It was like it was just after midnight, right? Let's go down. Can we go? Let's go down here. Captain, iceberg straight ahead. I don't know about that. Hang on, let me check something. Boop, boop, boop. You are on the fastest route. Well, we're good. We're good. It says Siri says we're good. No, Captain, I can see dead ahead. Iceberg. Yeah, but Siri says we're on the fastest. they all died. Ah, 11:40 p.m. on the evening of the 14th of April, 1912. That's one of those things where, you know, it could have been correct if it was in a different time zone. Look at this nice little table right there. You can't sit any drinks on that. They'll fall right through it. It's like that's the table from You Can Call Me Al, the music video. Draco, that wasn't a table. That was the stand for the drum that Paul Simon was playing. And Chevy Chase put a cup down on there because he didn't know any better and he's stupid. And I was like, yeah, I know. I said, all right, this is where is this where you control the ship? What does this do? I feel like the captain is probably in like a room. Is this true to life? I'm calling fake news on this one. Let's go look around inside the boat. Now we looked around on the outside of the boat. We walk around. Let's go look on the inside of the boat. Maybe we'll see we'll see Rose and Jack. We'll go in the ballroom and. Titanic. The experience. I mean, so far, I've just experiencing a lot of really quiet ASMR. Here we go. Guy, dude, look. All right, dude. We can go to the macaroni room, the pool room, or the Titanic deck. Okay? Let's try. Let's try out that macaroni room. Come on, dude. It's got to load all that macaroni. All right, dude. Okay, where we got? All in room service, dude. Look at that. Nice. The phones on the boat, do they have numbers like a rotary phone, like a phone does? Actually, did rotary phones have numbers on them like this? I don't think they did. I don't think this is not correct. Because Q and Z were commonly not on phones for the longest time because nobody used them. That's why they got mapped to number 1. What do we got going on here? Ah, dude, I sure hope nothing bad happens to that boat. Wonder whose hat that is. Bill's, Western Union, MoneyGram here, probably getting scammed by somebody. Got a little the Da Vinci Code, Elder Scroll thing right there, a telegraph, all the stuff here. All right, what do we got? Are we stuck in the macaroni room? We can't get out? Uh-oh. Okay, well, I better jump on the table here. I can't even jump up there? Can we open up any of these drawers? Are we just in the room? That's all we got? There we go. All right. We're a little, okay, this is a... I think I'm stuck. I think I'm stuck. You guys ever heard of this ship called the Titanic? Big boat, biggest ship they ever built. Right? The guys said they built it. They said it can never be sunken. It's unsinkable. But what do you think happened the first time that stupid thing left the port? It sank. I mean, what's the deal with that? I mean, karma much? Next time they should say it's probably not sinkable, or the Titanic, it's a pretty nice boat. Don't call it unsinkable, you're just gonna jinx it. I don't call myself the best comedian ever. I say I'm pretty good at it. Because if I told you I was the best, I would be at the bottom of the ocean. I got off. Okay, good. Thanks, DSP. I don't think this is all this is. This is just the macaroni. There ain't even no macaroni in here. Assholes lied to me. Lied to me. There was only one set of binoculars on board the Titanic, and it was locked in a drawer, and the crewman who had the key to the drawer suddenly got reassigned to another ship shortly before departure and left in such a hurry, he didn't give the key to anybody else. That's one reason why nobody saw the iceberg in time. It was made out of gold. It was shiny. They should have seen it. And the thing you sent me was correct. It's a big yellow thing. Glowing practically under the Aurora Borealo. You guys weren't paying attention. Fucking the goddamn Titanic crew DEI hires. Let's go to the pool room. What kind of pool? Billiards or the swimming kind? Swimming kind. All right. A little let down. What is this doing here? This is like a vanity thing. This goes like a bedroom, bathroom kind of. This doesn't go in the pool. It's gonna get messed up. It's harder. It's hard. Really? You spent all this money on this big fucking boat. You only had one pair. You had binocular singular. You had binocular. That's what you. Dumbass. You know, we spoiled the tile in the pool room. We spared no expense. Every single one of those tiles cost $17 in 1912 money. So having a second pair of binoculars is unfortunately not in the budget. We'll make it, right? What could possibly go wrong? The fuck is that? Was that a shower? What? It's a really bad shitting stall. There's no toilet in there.
What could possibly go wrong?
I don't know, Bubsy. Everything could go wrong. Can we walk on this water? No, this water isn't. You swim in this one. Swimming around. Look at that, dude. I've always found it weird that cruise ships have a pool. If you want to be in the water. Everybody went swimming that night, though. So, not in this. That's all we got. This is just one room. I feel like there's... All right. I like how this is open, so you can be, oh, yes, look, this is true. Yeah, that's what they actually had there. They had the little changing rooms there. You peep over. Well, you guys naked in there? What you can pop your head through the ceiling and see the sky. It's daylight out. This interior exploration happens during the day, by the way. We figured that out, all right? Good. All right. Well, that's we'll go check out the D deck. What was that? What was that? I think it was Arj Barker, the stand-up comedian. He had a joke about like battery sizes. He was like, "You guys ever notice how you have A-size batteries, C-size batteries, and D-size batteries, but there's no B-size batteries?" He's like, "The reason for that is because if you went to the store and asked for those, the clerk would think you were stuttering because you would say, yes, I'm looking for the batteries." I'm looking, go to the deck. The D deck. Ah, there we go. Oh, yes, the place, right? Remember at the when Rose kicks the bucket at the end of the movie and she comes back to this fucking place? I could think of no worse. Did Rose go to hell at the end of the Titanic movie? Because she's trapped here for all eternity with all the people she was on the boat with. Are they all there? Like everybody who was on the boat came and got them afterwards. Like everybody who survived the Titanic, they didn't actually. It's like the Crimson Room. You didn't actually escape because it brought you back. Crimson Room was also on a boat for Crimson Room Decade. Are we? Is the Titanic and the Lake Crimson the same boat? If we confirm that, you've never seen those two boats in the same place at the same time. Buster Keaton Rules says people on the Titanic subreddit really like to point out that there's still water in the Titanic swimming pool. Yeah, because it was built really well. What do you fucking expect? It's an expensive boat. Of course it's still going to hold water. Idiot. Redditors, dumbass. Oh, there's still... Well, yeah, okay, yeah. It's an expensive boat. You know, there's vehicles that were made, you know, decades and decades ago that nobody thought would still be around. Those are still... You know, the fucking shit they put on the NASA Voyager probe they put out there, they're still talking to that on their 5-baud wireless radio thing. Point is people back then built shit to last, okay? So yeah, the Titanic swimming pool still has water. These are not functional stairs. Ah, okay. These are the stairs from Maniac Mansion. When you go in the library and there's the placard that says that the stairs are out of order, it's these stairs. It's these stairs. Okay, and for some reason they're really chugging the game for looking at the... I can't go down there? Then just don't put that there. It was like, oh yeah, okay. Let me try jumping down the stairs. No, let's go try the other stairs. We'll try those stairs next. Okay, these stairs are actually more broken than the ones on that side. Oh, there we go. Okay, I had a little bit of delayed response. I had to charge up that jump like a Mario 64 LBJ. No. BLJ. LBJ was a president. Okay. Oh man, what are these stairs doing? This game does not like being on these stairs. Very nice. Okay. Well, that's for show. So now let's go get the full experience, okay? We've had a sampling of this boat. Let's go see the dolphins. I'm getting the whole experience here, baby. Alright, the main game. The simulation. It takes around 30 minutes. Okay. Lock in, dude. So it's not the full 2-hour experience, okay? Man, are we just back on the boat again? There's no people here. Okay, I want to get front row seats to this shit. There's no people here because this is if they filmed Titanic today, they'd all be CG'd in. I wouldn't even be. I'd just be a tennis ball on a stick. I wouldn't even be a real person. It's a big ass anchor. You know what would have stopped this from happening? They put a big titty mermaid on the front of that boat. I like how the water sound effect is like a 2-second loop. We could definitely probably still jump off it. We could survive. This is survivable, okay? We could just, so we know we got the Jesus skill, right? We got that perk. We can just walk on it. I feel like the guy who made this game was probably on a couple of perks as well, just a different kind. The hell's this? What is
This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
That was timed so well. Rode the Titanic and sunk that bitch myself. I really do this shit. Bought the Titanic, bought the iceberg, and smashed them together. I don't give a fuck. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. Hang on, is that? Uh-oh. Have we entered battle range? Did we? Is that it? Do you guys see it? Is that it? Have we aggroed the iceberg yet? Has it seen us? Take a good hard look at the motherfucking boat. We're not gonna hit that. It's going way. It's going. We're gonna miss it way on the right side. Starboard, starport, starman, whatever that fucking term is for on the right. Could have just said right. Boat lingo has to be so dumb. Yeah, see, look, we're totally fine. We're gonna hit nothing. Look, right here. Look, see that thing? Fuck that. Oh shit. Okay, well we just grazed it a little bit. That's fine, dude. That'll buff out. That'll buff out. Okay, that might not, but that right there, get a guy with a safety. Well, this is 1912. They didn't have safety harnesses. We'll get a guy on a rope, give him a Sharpie. We'll color that. We'll be fine. No one will know. No one will know. You know what I'm gonna do after this? We're gonna reload this experience. I'm gonna try to jump on that iceberg because I know that ain't gonna sink. That this is going down. You want to survive, you gotta get on that iceberg. And then we'll try to stand on the edge of it and tip the iceberg over, okay? We're fine, dude. Nothing happened. There's nothing going on. It's fine. Who cares? Investigating rules. Keep going. Keep going. You're good. You're good. Keep going. Keep going. Perfect. Do you think a bunch of people wanted to get revenge on the iceberg? Yes, and it took them a century to do it. But thanks to climate change, we finally got that motherfucker back. Gone. Done. Dealt with. Melted. I did my part. Every weekend, I would go out and I would just burn a couple of tires just for the hell of it, to be like, this one's for the Titanic. Okay, this one's for Jack and Rose. I mean, are we going down? Are we? I feel like we passed up the iceberg, and I feel like nothing really happened. Did we? We didn't hit that iceberg. I feel like we didn't even hit it. That was the most anemic thing I've ever seen. Which is funny if that's the way it actually happened. Like if they just clipped it. The Titanic just goes... I feel like playing Jackbox right now. You guys want to play Chocobo? What's... Are you be seeing Davy Jones's locker? We'll get there eventually. It'd be faster if I went there myself. I guess the water is coming in on the... Can we get inside the ship and see where the water is coming in? Can we... I mean, the interior of the boat only has like a handful of rooms that have been modeled. I don't even know if it'll let me get on the... down here. Do you think they even changed the texture on the side of the boat to reflect the fact that it's been damaged? Do you think they went as far as to do that? I don't think they did. That door is leveled correctly. Anything going on here? Nothing. You know what I'm thinking about right now? Thinking about that fucking... Is it called a soy jack? Is that the name? Chud Jack? That says nothing ever happens? I'm thinking specifically of the one, I think it's the Riddler from the Batman cartoon. And it's the guy, but his face is the soy jack face, and he's like wearing the Riddler's outfit, and he's doing a pose. He's like, well, 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 look at the time. And it's a shot from the cartoon with all the clocks behind him, and all of the arrows are pointing at just the word nothing. Anyways, done. We're saved. Gonna make it. What a terrible night to have paid extra to rent the Titanic for a night. Nobody fucking came to my birthday party. Except the iceberg, who was not invited. A bunch of people tried to sue the company that owned the Titanic, and they lost because they signed a waiver that absolved them from accidents before going on the cruise. Smart, dude. But that's the thing, though. If it was unsinkable, they wouldn't have had that in the so they knew. They knew. Somebody there was like, okay, guys, so yeah, all right, okay, I get it. It is unsinkable. But for legal reasons, we should probably put a clause in the contract for everybody who gets on the boat that says, even if something does happen, you waive all rights to sue us. They laughed at that fucking guy. I was like, oh, just put it in there and make him happy. And then, like, April 15th, they were like, dude, really came in clutch on that one, man. Putting that thing about if it goes down that we're off the hook. Man, you're getting a fucking raise, dude. You want to be on the first ship, on the next ship we build? No? All right, well, fine. You'll get a raise. We kind of like moved on the boat. Is this the boat? Is it kind of... We kind of cockeyed now? Is there a fast forward button? This is taking way too goddamn long. Yeah, get a level out. Yeah, that doesn't look straight. Maybe go fix my TV, you know. Why is there a bench here? It's the worst place to put a bench. You can't see anything. You look at this ladder. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I feel like the Titanic level in Gex is more faithful recreation of this dumb boat. There should be like a thing. They didn't even couldn't get like a JPEG of a guy playing a violin and go on freesound.org and just get violin.mp3. You know, go on the YouTube music library. I'm sure Kevin MacLeod's probably had a goddamn violin song. At least one of them. What is this? You guys remember Clerk, the internet troll from the early 2000s? He kind of caught the attention of the government a long time ago because he made what after 9/11 what the government considered was a credible threat, where Clerk, Klerck, stated that he was going to steal a Disney cruise liner ship and crash it into the White House. And the FBI was like, we're going to go pay him a visit. You can do that. You can, logistically, can you steal a Disney, can that make the 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? He killed himself a long time ago, though, but I always thought that was really funny. He also had a big thing where he tried to make a petition to get them to rename the Lord of the Rings The Two Towers. He was like, guys, it's too soon after 9/11. You can't have a movie called The Two Towers. And then he said he was going to steal a Disney cruise liner and crash into the White House. I feel like the boat is cockeyed now, right? Like it is going down, right? Very slowly going down. Oh, look, they put those down. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to get on that. Cool. Well, we made it. The connect the dot puzzle. Whoa, hey, whoa, hey, well, we're not supposed to stand on this, I don't think, because this is, oh, okay, well, we can walk on water, right? Forgot about that. Right, here we go. Let's go inspect this damage over here. Is this damage, or is that just a glare in my television screen of the table in front of me? Big boat propeller. Yeah, see, the propellers are stopped, so you can get behind him and get the jiggy piece that's back there. Did the Titanic have propellers on the edge like this? Did it have them on the sides? I don't know if it did or not. Son of one of the rich guys who died on the Titanic set in motion an expensive project to locate the wreck and blow it up because they never found his dad's body, and so it couldn't be buried. So if they blew the ship up, then it would... Oh yeah, it's definitely fucked up. That it would float to the surface. That's a fucking shark probably ate it, dude. Who cares? 2 failed... Oh, wait. Oh, the guy actually washed ashore in Scotland. Didn't even make it to New York. What a fucking cheap-ass bullshit ride. To prove the power of flex tape, I sawed this boat in half. It's gonna happen. It's gonna write down the there. It's gonna be like a call ATT commercial. They're gonna dial down the center right there. It's gonna crack. The fucking Kit Kat company watched this in action, and they saw the boat go, and some guy was like, "Write that down." Yep. We can get back on the boat at least. See, back. Oh, look, the water's coming up on the boat. We're actually just gonna walk on the water and get on the other side of the boat. Wasn't that the thing with the Titanic, is that, like, the number of people that could fit on the lifeboats was not the same number of people that were on the ship? Like, it was like a flight, they just overbooked it or something? This right here is why I will never get on a Spirit Airlines plane. You know, back in the day, on early YouTube, I had a video. I've been in the Millionaires Club on YouTube twice with 2 videos, almost 3 times. The first video that I hit 1 million views with, back when there were only 2 Final Destination movies. It doesn't sound good. When there were only 2 Final Destination movies, I downloaded, like, pirate copies of each of the 2 movies and trimmed down all of the death scenes and made a little music video to the song Don't Worry Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin. And I uploaded that to YouTube, and that was back when they had to, like, manually enforce, like, copyright takedowns. So YouTube had to nuke that video personally. But it did have over 1 million views before it got... They had, like, 1.1 million by the time they took it down. And because that video went over so well, I took the extended footage of the James Cameron Titanic movie, where all the scenes where the boat starts to sink and people are jumping off and the guy falls off the back of the ship and hits the propeller and dies, all that stuff. I took all of that, and the song I decided to set it to was Whoop There It Is by Tag Team. That one did not make it to 1 million because that was when YouTube nuked all of the videos around my channel. The other video that got 1 million views was me showing how to do the missing no glitch on Pokemon Red and Blue. I think it was like the first video that was ever uploaded on YouTube that showed you how to do that. That video is also not up because that channel got terminated for copyright strikes. Let's go look at these propellers. Yeah, there was some people refuse to get on the lifeboats at all. Well, you think that's survivable? You still, I'm wearing a floaty. I'm fine. What do you mean the water is 7 degrees? Celsius, survivable. Fahrenheit? Ah, man, I was wrong about that. Shit. Now my blood is ice. When does this thing crack in half? I just want to see. I want to see the money shot. Okay. I didn't come this far just to get blue balled. I paid a whole $4 for this game. Okay. That's Patreon. No, you paid $4. That's Patreon money. Can you believe this game didn't even have any achievements? No trading cards. No nothing, man. I ain't getting nothing for playing this. Step on the lifeboat. Got you. You won. You survived. Jack got blue balled, and so will you. Think when Jack got on this boat, he ever thought that he would know what it was like to have frostbite on his nuts? He found out. Has anybody? Okay, here's a question. I'm gonna postulate this. You can Google it if you want, or don't. You probably won't want to. So, okay, aeromorphs, right? The furry thing where it's like an anthropomorphized plane with like big tits and shit like that. Like, people make characters that are like anthroplanes. Do they do that with boats? Is there like a sexy Titanic persona? Is that a thing? You know what's... You know what I hate about this, about what we're doing right now, is that the fucking bootleg game, Titanic, whatever, is objectively a better game than what we're doing right now. Titanic is better than this. Okay, so Rule 34 does exist of the Titanic, so she is a big titty boat waifu. Good. Good to know. I'm sure all the people that died on this goddamn thing are happy about that. You met a girl who showed you her furry boat art? Honestly, Jackie, I would have put a ring on it. You know, it would have been taking a gamble, man. That'd be like, that's the same. Honestly, just boats and planes, 2 rings, man, 1 on every hand. That's a gamble, right? That's being like, what is it, 1994? What's America Online? I'm gonna invest all my money in this. I might fuck everything up. Oh, what? I didn't? Now I'm a gajillionaire? Awesome. She's going to school to... It's a little late for that. It's... She's going to school to be a pilot? I'm not surprised. That's the thing. That's wholesome, right? But if a furry who's obsessed with horses says, I'm studying to be an equestrian veterinarian, I'm like, you shouldn't do that. No, you shouldn't be that close to horses. You shouldn't do that. No, you should not. No, you should drive a truck or something. I don't know, man. At the opposite end of that, you know, don't do that. But someone who gets off on anthroplanes and wants to be a pilot, that's safe. That's fine. Nothing bad will happen with that. And Buster Keaton rules right. She will probably be very good at it. Damn, dude. I feel like, how is it taking so long to sink? I feel like that should just... I feel like a boat sinking should be something that accelerates at an exponential rate, especially when the whole fucking... Was that the front or the back? That's the front. When the whole front end dips in, that's all gotta be water, right? That's gotta be weighing it, pulling it down more. More water is more heavy. That's physics, okay? Fucking get Bill Nye on this one. Consider the following. We're down here for a while. Yeah, look, the Titanic is raising her tail. Let's go take a... We get the stream censored. We should probably not be standing right here. Oh, well, maybe shouldn't be. Is that... Yeah, I started making weird
profanity.
You're right, I'm sorry. It's, it might have been a... Started groaning and making noises and stuff. I felt like we probably could have gotten... What happens if we... You know what? I kind of want to see... Okay. I kind of want to see the boat break in half. But I kind of also want to find out what happens if you're standing under the fucking thing when it breaks in half. I know about the lady who married the Eiffel Tower. And definitely a size queen, but you know, get it, girl, get it. You think she turned down the Leaning Tower of Pisa because it's crooked? You think she's really picky about that kind of stuff? She also didn't go with the Washington Monument because she's more into European guys. I get it. They're uncut. I mean, that's a preference. I don't know if standing on the water is an intended mechanic. I don't actually know. I jumped on the lifeboat, but when the lifeboat started to move on its scripted path, it booted me out of the lifeboat. So there was a woman who married the ghost of a long-dead pirate, and it didn't work out, and the divorce was handled by an exorcist. I bet that bitch still got half of all his stuff. She just has to go on the fucking abandoned island to go find where the hell he buried it. She gets half of it. Gold diggers. Terrible. Man, that's terrible. That's terrible. It's taking forever, dude. Ain't nobody on that boat. It's not dramatic. There's no music. It's not a score. It's just the sounds of the ocean. At least when this damn thing was going down, there was people playing violins or whatever. Something atmospheric. Hell, I don't know. Alright, well, we got time. We're gonna do something real quick. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Maybe the water's already frozen over. Walking on ice. Alright, here we go. Can't I get over that? Come on, dude. Yeah, the actual sinking took 2 hours and 40 minutes. Well, this feels like it's taken that long already. And this is the abbreviated version. All right, check this out. Look. Woo, here we go. All right. Fun. What happens if we just try to walk under the boat like this? We just keep walking and bonk on the boat. Ah. That's why it's taking so long. It's just a big empty shed. It's got to fill up with a fuck ton of water. Got to fill up with a lot of water. There's nothing in here. Oh, dude, and we're doing the thing where it's like when you're outside of the map in Doom. Good. Awesome. They put the Illusion pit from wow.wad. Great, dude. That's good. Nice. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Uh-oh. Oh, that's because the boat is moving still. It is. Is it moving? That's that Unity quality right there. Getting onto the cruise and finding out it's a cardboard cutout. I think that's the canonical bad ending of Innsmouth no Yakata, and it's also the bad ending in the Titanic game. The character gets on the boat and the cardboard facade goes. So the actual sinking of the Titanic took 2 hours and 40 minutes. Oh. Well, that was the lights going out. We didn't need them. Who fucking cares? Couldn't see anything anyways. So, if the actual sinking took 2 hours and... Cool. Well, that was the... Oh, okay. Well, I was going to try to be an optimist. I was like, the half that was full of water fell off, so that half is clean, so we should be good, but I guess not. Anyways, to finish the joke I was saying, hang on. We got to watch it go underwater so people can finish jacking off. Are you done yet? Okay. Anyways, so it takes 2 hours and 40 minutes, so what you're telling me is the actual sinking would also take 2 VHS tapes to be on? So we just stand around pretending like... It didn't even splash. It didn't make a single splash. This part's kind of... This is like unintentionally kind of creepy. Like now that we're here as a observer of this. The Titanic is gone. And it dutifully dropped all of the lifeboats. And the lifeboats are just in a ring around where the boat was. There's not a soul in any of the lifeboats. If a boat sinks in the middle of the ocean and no one's around to see it, does anybody still collect an insurance settlement? Anyway, so that's it. It doesn't roll credits. Directed by James Cameron. We're gonna get picked up by a different boat. Yeah, we're waiting on that. We're waiting on a little... I got an Uber about to show up, you know. I open the map on Uber, it's just blue. I hit Uber X, you know, he's on his way. We'll get here eventually. It's Uber X, that's the premium one. That's it. It doesn't even do nothing. Didn't even have like a little confetti or nothing after it went down or whatever. Like, that's it. I mean, I guess that's it. Was there anything else to do in that game? Is there anything else? Can you believe... People really ragged on Gone Home for being a walking simulator? That didn't have people in it either. But this is less of a game than Gone Home was. We just have we just got play free camera mode. Use the mouse wheel to move very fast. Use shift in conjunction with WASD to move slightly more fast. So does that mean... Hang on, I just want to see something. Can you use the mouse wheel to move fast? Was that always the thing we could do? We just jump around moving with the mouse wheel? Oh. There we go. Oh. Ah, shit. Uh-oh. What did I do? I'll get that drone footage, dude. Swoop between the smokestacks, and we're gonna just go all the way out to the end of the earth. I'm hitting that mouse wheel like crazy. I just want to see. Oh, dude, this is. Look at this, man. Oh, shit. It's like I'm playing Top Gun. Gotta land that plane. I feel like if we wanted to see the edge of the map, we should have gone the opposite direction. I feel like this map just goes on forever. Maybe this is like it's like a flash animation where it just loops the background over and over again. Okay, well that does... Okay. Where's my... Uh-oh. Okay, well we're just going to Alt F4 because I didn't have a mouse. I do want to try one thing. I want to try one thing. We're going to start the simulation again. I want to do one thing. I think it was Dr. Surgeon Guy who pointed this out. They asked, can you hitch a ride on the iceberg? I want to find out. Do you know how pretentious it is to name something the experience? Like, when I did that for Your Level Sucks, it was a joke because it was bad on purpose, because it was like a supercut, a master mix, if you will, of all the dumb shit people did in levels that we saw in the game. When you do it for... When you say the experience and you deliver this, I don't know, man. Not feeling it. I'm gonna stand right here until I see the iceberg, and I'll get in position. I just want to see if we can jump on it. I'm assuming it probably has collision. It's like a solid object, but there's like a droning sound in the background that I can't. That's all I hear. Very peaceful, very quiet. You know what I could really go for right now? I could really go for making a charcoal drawing of some of the worst titties ever. Ever. I feel like doing right now. Crack open a nice cold cola. It's first class. Rose had a first-class ticket for the boat, but her breasts were third class with the people that rode in the hull. Firing on all cylinders tonight. Ah, that sound means it's time for the lightning round. I can't remember. Was Jack actually a competent artist in the movie? I don't remember. Does it ever show what he actually drew on the little piece of paper that he was messing around with? I can't remember. Because I remember seeing like a Photoshop, it was like a something awful Photoshop as a joke, and it was that scene of him like drawing Rose, but you could see what was on the paper, and it was like a stick figure with big tits is all he drew. I mean, I guess that's what foreplay was in fucking 1870, whatever the hell this was. 1912? Alright. We might miss it. We might... I should have been up on the higher part of the boat. It's okay. Get on that damn... Ah, fuck, no. It just passed through it. It has no collision.
Suicide is badass.
There's a man on the... It's not even touching it, dude. We missed it. Survivable, right? Didn't touch it. Let's go with Draco. It's what's under, right? It's only, when they say it's only the tip of the iceberg, it's like that much. Look, I don't play this just the tip game, okay? I don't have time for this shit. All right, that's it. I just want to see if you can get on the iceberg. Take a ride on the iceberg. Let's. I have another game I was gonna do tonight in case this one didn't. I wasn't sure if this was gonna take like the full 2.5 hours. I'm kind of glad it didn't because there was fuck all to do. But let's film a closing for this. We'll do the backup game because I don't think it'll take as long. All right. Well, guys, that's the Titanic, the experience. Okay, it's like we were really there. We got the whole thing. We got to see the macaroni room. We got to see the pool room, swimming pool, not the billiards room. They didn't render that one. They rendered the room where the ballroom where they probably would have had billiards tables, but that's a very low class thing. Okay, that's like a fourth class. No billiards tables on the Titanic. Fuck off. We got violins and fancy carpet that the fish are gonna love. They're gonna see it forever. So that. Necros is like the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald versus my Heart Will Go On. Which one is better? Edmund Fitzgerald. I gotta go with that one, just because that's they're both kind of like sentimental songs, but that one is actually tells the whole story of the whole thing. You can understand the history of the accident and all that. The Celine Dion one is just a love ballad. There was a techno remix of it. I remember they played on the radio a lot on like the rap station, hip hop station here in town, Z95. They had a version of it that was like a dancey version. I always thought that was a weird song to make like a version of. It just seemed weird. I don't know. Anyways, the Titanic, the experience. Nothing ever happens. Looking, there's really not much to say about it because it's not really much of a game. I guess it really is an experience, like the title suggests. But like, you can't even go on the. I feel like if it was supposed to be something that was like that in depth and sold as like you're really, even if they didn't put a whole bunch of people on it, you know what I mean? If it wasn't possible to put all the people on the boat, fine, I get that. You know, and scripting what all they do. I feel like you could have at least rendered like the boat, because there's diagrams of how the boat. I mean, it would have been a pain in the ass to render an entire damn boat. You're not going to be able to explore all of it in time, but you could have like truncated it and done the interior. Maybe not, instead of a row of like 20 different rooms, 4. You know, you get the gist of it. They're all the same fucking room. You could have like consolidated it. Yeah, it is eerie with no people. Like I said, at the very end, when it do go down. And that's it. And all the lifeboats are there because they deployed like they should have, but there's nobody on any of the lifeboats. They're just in a circle around where the ship was. It's creepy in an unintentional, like, liminal way, I think. It's a very unintentionally creepy kind of thing. You know, it's, I don't know. It just seems like a really slapdash, it's not even like, was there like recordings of like distress signals and stuff like that? Like, is there recordings of that? Like historical recordings of them like maydaying, saying, "Oh, we hit a fucking iceberg. Ah, shit, we really screwed the pooch on this one." Like, are there audio clips of like the captain and his crew saying that kind of stuff? Because you could have like had that playing, you know, Yeah, you can't see the captain, right? He's in the wherever the captain is, the driver's seat. I don't fucking know about ships. Anyways, he's there, you know, and you hear them talking or something. I feel like they could have done a lot more to like make it an experience, and not just like stand on this boat where nothing ever happens. What's that fucking saying? There's decades where nothing happens, and then weeks where everything happens, or whatever it is. It's like this game is like there's 2 hours and 40 minutes is where nothing ever happens, and then there's 20 minutes is where everything happens. It's just like it's just not fun. It's not entertaining. It's not historical. I mean, it's a boat, yeah, fine, but it's not like there could have been like if there was absolutely fuck all to do, they could have had like a pop-up video kind of thing where like as the boat is sinking, you could have had like bloop a little thing that appears and says the Titanic took on 50,000 metric tons of water, however much it was, you know. I'm sure you could figure that out and go to the wiki page for it. There's probably a wiki. There's probably a Titanic.wikia.com is probably a fucking thing. So the page for every goddamn room. You could have found all this information, and you didn't. So you made a boring fucking thing, and it's $4, and it sucks. I don't even know why this has mixed reception on Steam, unless you're buying reviews from like stolen accounts or whatever. You know, you're leaving people reviews that the people leave you positive reviews, and you're paying them in Google Play cards. You know what I mean? Like that's like what you're doing, because I see no redeeming qualities that this has whatsoever. It's funny that you can just jump off the boat and walk on the water immediately. It's not even like you died, right? That would be the thing, right? Is that if it's not survivable, if everybody dies at the end, like fades out or something, you know? Who fucking knows, dude? Angels come down from Valhalla. Who gives a shit? You don't live at the end of it. I don't know, dude. The ending of the movie was better, where the old lady throws the... She's like, man, fuck this shit. Throws it, and then she takes a nap and then sleeps forever. So, whatever, dude. Do I recommend Titanic the Experience? No. Hard no. Easiest no I've probably ever given on this stream. Don't pay money for this. I paid $4, and that honestly is... It only takes 30 minutes for it to sink the boat, but if they actually took the full 2 hours and 40, it would have been ineligible for a Steam refund. So they really kind of fucked themselves on that one, didn't they? Idiots. All of you are idiots. Everybody involved with the Titanic is a lolcow, including James Cameron. My money long like James Cameron. That's all I got. Okay. Wait for it. We're not into the stream. So, we do have a backup game tonight because I wasn't sure if the Titanic thing was going to take 2 hours and a half hours. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't sure how true to life it was going to be. You know, if it was going to take the entire duration of the sinking, then that would occupy the entire stream. But it didn't, and we fucked around for a bit, and we wound up taking almost the entire stream anyways. So, the next game we're going to play, we're just going to make a disaster stream out of it tonight. 100 years later, almost exactly to the day, 100 years later, there was a earthquake in off the coast of Japan, and it made a tsunami that fucked up everything, and that's the Fukushima power plant disaster. It caused that. It's like 2011, I think, so it really was almost 100 years after the Titanic. So there was a game that was made to raise charity funds for it. It's free now, because I guess it's just is now. It's been out since the disaster. It's called Magnitude 9.03, and it's a walking simulator like the other one, like the Titanic game, but it's like it doesn't take place in Japan. It takes place somewhere else, and it's experiencing like the remnants of the disaster by the way of like the things that wash up on the shore somewhere else on the planet. So it's somebody who is so far possibly removed from the situation that they didn't deal with it at all, but all this stuff washes up on the shore. So I don't really know. I think it's one of those things where it's like it's probably portrayed a lot more tastefully than the Titanic game. It also has no people in it. I just don't really have any other excuse to play a game like this on stream, because I was like, well, we did one disaster. Let's fast forward 100 years and we'll do the other one. So we'll switch on over, and here's Here's the other one. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Think we'll give this one a fair shake. All right, I gotta get the developer information ready. That's what I thought it was. I just wasn't sure if that was correct. It's got to install the Microsoft VC redistributable. Whoops. Forgot some of the games do that on Steam. Well, we'll just give that a second. Let it think. It'll give me a chance to move the OBS window out to this screen so I can deal with it later. I installed it ahead of time, thinking I was like, that's all I got to do. Nope. Congratulations, you played yourself. Oh, it's got to install the .NET framework. Shit, I really should have just tried to launch this before this. I really thought it'd be ready to go if I installed it. I really got my gummies. Yeah, I did. Those Carl gummies. Man. Don't make me restart the computer. I'm not going to do that. Come on, dude. Don't do the 99% thing where the bar stays like... Just if it's not 99% and you're actually at 70, put it at 70 and inch it up. Don't just go to 99 and stay there. That should be illegal. Let's do something else now. All right. Come on. Speed it up. Come on. Times is dimes. Okay. Done. See? Easy. Dude, how many fucking things does Steam need to install to play this game? How many different Microsoft .NET frameworks and virtual C++ redistributables are there? How many are there? Two. Yeah, that's okay. We'll just... That's the Unreal sound. Shit, where's... It's playing with my resolution, though. I don't like that. Nice. Okay, very loud. Let's see, it's... I can't get over there. Can I window this? Okay, that fixed it. We're good. We're good. Okay. Here we go. Do I still have Facebook? I have a Facebook account because the BattleBots website I used to do had a Facebook page because everybody used Facebook, so I don't use Facebook, but I have an account. All right. Let's just hit start. Already a better experience because they've got music. What Was that Navi? What are we doing here? Hey, listen. Find the butterflies. Okay, what if we do this? Oh, we're leaving the game, aren't we? That's the exit. Okay, that's how you quit the game, is you walk back. Okay. This game also has no achievements, but that's probably fine. Are these butterflies? What are these? Are these the butterflies? Follow on the. In a time before yellow paint. Yeah, whatever the hell this is. Hey, dude. What's going on? Was that Ronaldo? Was the guy? Is that fucking meme, dude? It's that Brazilian N64 ROM hack. Ronaldo, go! Whatever that fucking thing is. Oh. Move the mouse cursor to the edges. Yeah, there we go. Find the clue and. Is it? Yeah. There's a little dot there. Ah. That's probably someone who actually died in the thing, right? They got one for everybody though, because I don't know if we got time for this. I mean, the soccer kid, you can cross over to the other side, but if there's 10,000 other people, you know what I mean? Put me over there. You didn't. Okay. Yeah, it's the Ronald Hidosai. That's the meme I thought it was. I think there is a run function if you hold shift. We get there a little bit faster. Oh, it's a ring. I was like, she just leave nothing behind? I didn't click on anything, but okay. Hey, Seth the Dragon, thank you for the raid. We're in the middle of playing a very touching, sentimental game and kind of clowning on it just a little bit, but... we played Titanic earlier. Yeah, we found a ring. We'll pawn it. We'll get some cash back for it. It's washed up on the... That ring from a tsunami victim washed up on the shore? Payday is what I'm talking about. Is that a real stone? What we're doing? We're doing all right, man. We're just... Hey, thank you for the bits. Amin Rara? I was gonna say Amin Ra, but there's an extra Ra in the end. I had a double take. Ring, rare drop. Yes. You wonder if that's why people live by the beach, get free loot. Let me address that for you, Emporio. I live a third of a mile away from the Gulf of Mexico, and I don't get free anything. Nothing fun washes up on the shore here. Nothing fun. So, I don't get anything cool. Hey, dude, what's up, man? Is that a book? Butterfly. No, it's there. You can barely see it. It's alright. Oh, what's in there? It's a music box. I mean, that's built really well if it made a trip across the ocean, and it still works. You know, I feel like I get the symbology here, but when the water retreats that far back, you shouldn't go out there. Shouldn't. The water's gonna come back. You shouldn't go out there. It's a bad idea. Nice sweet jump over there. If somebody makes an Earthbound ROM hack based entirely off of Gatorbox memes, I will play it. But that would be a massive undertaking. Hey, what's up, dude? What are you gonna turn into? See, it's like a tiny... I don't know what that is. It's a watch? Now, if somebody asks you the time, you'll be able to answer. How about that? I assume that's when, you know, it's when it happened. It's like that clock in... Isn't there a clock in England somewhere that, like, from World War II? It was on, like, a train station. And when the building got bombed, the impact broke the clock at the time that the blast went off. And now the clock is just always at that time. Look, man, I don't play my sentimental tribute 3D walking sim. I don't do 3D platforming in these kinds of games, man. Can't even jump. It's not even a jump button. No, the Pepsi Wizard, he's a good guy. It'd be War Against the Mario Maker is what it would be. It'd be Root Beer Guy. Hey, man. Oh, we're just floating over there. What is that? What is that? Oh, it's a train. It's missing a wheel. I'm guessing the butterfly is on the broken wheel? No? It's on the bottom. Is it not? Is that not it either? That's right there, right? Yeah, I just couldn't click it right from that. That's not a butterfly, it's a handprint. Also, you know what I noticed is it's not showing the names of the people anymore. Is it not supposed to? Only supposed to do it once? Was there a whole one victim? Is that? I don't think that's correct. There was a ghost child playing with the train. It's the Grudge. Hey, two old pirates. Welcome to the stream. See, this one, maybe only one victim could be identified. Yeah, but there would be, like, other people where it's like, hey, where's such and such been? You think the water washed him away? Like, there would be other people who just never showed back up anywhere. Like, they could be presumed to be dead, right? That's a baby cradle. Or it's a shoe. Nah, it's like a picnic basket or something. I don't know. That's depressing, okay? The water's gonna retreat some more. Look, I implore you to not walk any further out to where the water is retreating from. Because in the sequel, 9.04, you're gonna pick up some shit from you. What's crazy is that like this is we're kind of cracking jokes about stuff like this. Emporio's he's making the joke that I really wish I thought of. Are you Moses? Yeah, dude, I'm fucking like, give me that train. There's a lot of like genuine like, there's thought put into this. It's got its own little style and everything. It's not just like, dude, you're on a boat and now it's going down. There's nobody here. This one is kind of meaningful. It's a little hard to crack jokes on because it's like sentimentality is correct. All right, dude. You only got one eye. You got ripped off, kid. Build-A-Bear's really cheaping out. Teddy. Yeah, see, the text came back. Were they all supposed to say stuff? Like, I don't think the soccer ball... It didn't say soccer ball. It just said a name. We're gonna be here forever! You think this was loosely inspired by that cartoon, The Butterfly Dragon? Thought about that? Same color scheme, same theme. Same topic. Not tsunami, but death. Same thing. Look at that, finishing right on time. Roll the credits on time, see? Done, see? That was quick! Dedicated to the unique men, women, and children who lost their lives or are still missing as a result of the tsunami that devastated Japan, March 11th, 2011. And so that's the one, like I said, 100 years after the other one we did. With the yin and the yang, literally. I want to see the credits of this. Mustafa, the guy from the Austin Powers movie, Will Ferrell's character, he made this? Cool, dude. I like how the butterfly has it. One person, there you go. See? 4 people. Great job. Not sarcasm. Not actual sarcasm. See, wind that down. Well, that's all we had. So, we'll do a... Okay. So, I'll ask you guys real quick. I'm going to film a closing for magnitude 9.03. Do you guys just want to hop into the third game? Because it does not take very long. It takes even less time than this to play. And I'd be willing to do it for you. So, it's kind of a joke choice. I would have no other time to play it as a full backup game because it's a very short game. So, it is another disaster game though. All right. So, that was magnitude 9.03 by Space Budgie. That game is actually now free on Steam. When it was released, it was done so as a fundraiser for one of the charities that was supporting relief efforts for the victims of the Japanese tsunami back in 2011. So that one is, I guess, since, I don't know when the game became free, but it's been 14 years since that happened. So I guess it's just now it's just like a statement, like an art statement, you know. I don't know what I mean, not like an exhibit. It's like an art experience. That one's more of an experience than the Titanic game anyways. It's actually not a bad game. It had atmosphere. It had the blue color palette that was going on with it. It had the piano music. It was very sentimental. I get what they were doing. I kept making jokes about it, like, the water pulls back, don't walk out there. You know, it's all a cool shell. Yeah, don't walk out there. It's gonna come back. But that's what happens in a tsunami, is that if you've never seen that before, if you don't know how it, like the water, it retreats a lot farther back than like low tide, and it looks really off. So when it goes back because it's building the wave and it's coming back forward. So that's like why you're going further out and the water keeps like I get it. I get what you're trying to do. So it was an interesting thing, and it's not really something that I'm gonna actually clown on and make fun of and say it's a bullshit stupid game. It's not a game because it's one of those things where it's like you just participate, you watch. I mean, there is some interactivity there, but you do just go see the things, and then you have to see the big ending. Like it doesn't overstay its welcome, makes its statement, makes you think about it, and it's like, okay. So that's Magnitude 9.03. It's actually, hey, you've seen it here, but if you want to see it for yourself, and I don't know if there's anything else on the island if you walk around and don't follow the path. I don't actually know. But if you want to see it for yourself, it is free. It's worth checking out. It's one of those games that is, well, it's not a game. It's one of those experiences that's worth having without my commentary. So nice and quiet. Put some headphones on. The music's nice. There you go. All right. So you guys asked for it. So we do have one game left tonight. I kind of figured we had the Titanic game, right? That was the first thing we did. That was actually what's on the schedule. And then I had that apprehension because I was like, I'm not sure if the Titanic game is going to be a truncated sampling of the Titanic and it's going to be over and done with like really quickly. Or is when it says the experience, does that mean it's going to take 2.5 hours to sync the damn thing and you're going to be on it the whole time? You know, I didn't know how true to the source material it was going to be. Turns out it was the former where you just, oh, there it goes. Okay. And then we did the second game, which was Magnitude 9.03, which actually was a much shorter game than I thought it was going to be as well. So we actually are on time. But the third game I had picked out in case the main game and the backup game didn't fill the whole stream is also a disaster game. You know, we had 1912 for the Titanic, and we jumped ahead 100 years for the Japanese tsunami in Japan for Magnitude 9.03. Now we're going to split the middle. We're going back to 1960-something. Little guy, President John F. Kennedy. What do you know about that? One day that guy got some information that blew his mind, okay? The next game on tonight's stream is a very controversial game called JFK Reloaded. It's that one. You've probably heard of it before. It came out 20 years ago. The developer made it because there is the controversy around John F. Kennedy about the assassination. And it's one of those things where it's like one of the shots that was made on that day is believed to have not been possible because the trajectory of the bullet, when you look at the ballistics, assuming everything lines up, the way the bullet went goes like that, but then like it's also over here and it hits the other guy in the front passenger seat, the governor. It doesn't, the bullet would have to go like that and then like, you know what I mean? The magic bullet, that's what they, is that called that? Is that why the blender is called that? The magic bullet blender? That's fucked up. He shouldn't have done that. That's in worse taste than the Kennedy joke I made about his mind getting blown. How can I be homophobic? I blew his fucking brains out. So the thing with this game is that JFK Reloaded was made as something of a contest with the cash prize by the developers, where everything in the simulation is true to life. You're Lee Harvey Oswald, you're up in the book depository in Dallas, you're watching the motorcade, you have the rifle, you have 3 shots, and if you can recreate that shot in the engine, there is a $10,000 prize to prove that that shot was possible. It was one of those things where the guy didn't make this game to be like, we're going to play the game where you shoot the fucking president. It's going to be fucking on. No, it wasn't made for that. It is a game where you assassinate U.S. President John F. Kennedy, but it was done as more of a historical thing to try to prove whether that shot was possible, or because people say that on the grassy knoll there was the second gunman. Nobody fucking knows. So they made this game to see, to kind of like crowdsource it, to outsource it, so that all these people play this game, ostensibly using shock value as kind of a marketing ploy to get people to recreate that shot. And if you could do it, you got $10,000. I think nobody got it perfect, but the person who came closest, I think, got $1,000 as a prize, because it wasn't bang on exact as the way the story goes, but it was the closest anybody had ever gotten with the shot. So he got $1,000 as a consolation prize. So they did they did nut up or shut up. They dispensed the payment. So we're gonna take a look at this and, you know, can you play this game on? Hang on. Can you? I didn't even look at this. Is this a game you can play on Twitch? I should have looked this ahead of time. Can you play... Let's see. No, it doesn't. I mean... It doesn't say this specifically. I think we looked at this. We looked at this page before. You can't play... Okay, so the games you can't play on Twitch, the list is a lot shorter than you probably think it would be. You can't play BMX Triple X. Remember that game for the PlayStation 2 with the chicks right around topless on the bikes? Right? You can't play House Party. So if you're a Kid and Play fan, sorry. You can't play a game called Negligee. That sounds tasteful, right? You can't play a game called Battle Rape. Can't play that one. You can't play a game called Rinse and Repeat. So I guess if you're shampooing a horse, you can't do that. You also can't play Suck My Dick or Die. Can't play the Guy game. Multitude of reasons on that one. You also can't play Yandere Simulator. Yeah, I'll post it in chat so you guys can see it. Here's that link. Did it not work? Uh-oh. I think we've looked at this page before. Here it is. Why is this? Oh, I'm clicking the... Oh, I'd see what I'm doing wrong. I'm using this keyboard for that computer. I'm stupid. Okay. So this game's not on the banned list, so we'll take a look at it. Great logo. Right? And shit. There it is. All right. We'll get the breakdown right here. Dallas. November 22nd, 1963. 6th floor. Why does the book depository got to be 6 stories tall? Oh, it didn't give me the little the prelude to it, the preface. Hey, look, there's the guy. All you gotta do is this. See, I won. There's the guy, right? Hit the guy. Let's get this guy too. No witnesses. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I'll take my $10,000, but no, I didn't get him. No, he's dead. I got him. Expect that check in the mail.
This is Situation Room. We have report that the president about 35 minutes ago. Do you have that? Over.
Dude, it says I hit him in the brain, but that looks like I got him in the neck.
New
Should have.
subject. Front office desires plane return.
Yeah, there we go.
No stop, Dallas. Over.
Got him. Well, time. It's not even. It didn't even hit the. There's no model to show for the guy I shot. And the other guy I shot him. I shot the. I shot the motorcycle. That's the most fucked up thing. Is that it says JFK dead. Check mark. That is the 200-point shot we got right there. 200 points right there. But so there are the other shot, right? Because then there's the one where it's this is how specific the breakdown is. This is all news recordings too, where they're doing this. So you have to hit him in his left fingers on his hand as he's waving. Hit him in the head and kill him. And then, you know, get the... So, and the timing has to be right when he's right there on the right spot. And then, where was... Oh, wait, no, that was... No, that's what the shot did. That's not what it has to do. Because these are the two that I missed. So, okay, I thought it was like... But it is specific because, like, it does... Those little check marks you get on the side, you have to study it and do it exact. So, we got this, but there is something I want to try out real quick. We can have the motorcade behavior for practice. We can have it set to realistic, exaggerated, or chaotic. I don't know what this does. I just want to see. Alright. Oh, looks normal. Boop. My bad. Hit the guy in the back. There we go. Are we... I mean, there's nothing particularly chaotic about that, right? They just kind of sped off.
Giving you all available information on President, over. The situation is we have no information. Mr. Brown,
Oh, I didn't even shoot the right person. I tried to hit Miss Kennedy. Whoops. Screwed that up. Okay, that doesn't actually, like, what is... Is that... Okay, I hit practice? Is there a... Hit more options? Oh, that closed it. Is there a practice mode? Scene settings? What happens if you set the thing to, you know, it didn't look like it was any different than it was. Chaotic back in the day was just driving faster. I mean, it kind of was. Graphic settings. That's what we did. Refresh rate. Help. Yeah, it says right down here. This is your opportunity to relive the moment and disprove the conspiracy theories. Also, only had one chance to choose your targets wisely. So yeah, it says your results must match that of the Warren Commission report. You must try to fire at the same time at the same targets to produce it. So that's the whole thing. That was the breakdown. But I'm trying to see, like, is there a... How do you... Is there a practice mode? How do you do practice? I don't see a way to... There's not really, I feel like practice would probably be above this dossier right here, but there's not one. I feel like it should be right here. Because it's
there's something behind every folder except this one. I guess they just don't have it. He's already dead. You can't practice anymore. Yeah, we got him on the first try. So Buster Keaton Rules wants to see what happens if you hit everybody but the president. Okay, are these options not saving? Okay, do I have to quit the game and reopen it? Because I hit the thing to turn off the music and it didn't save that. It's not saving any of my options. It said no. Oh, music and radio. There's that. Okay. Okay, fine. So we'll see. Everybody but the president. Did they render the chicken? Is the chicken up here? That's not true to life. They fucked everything up, stupid. All right, here we go. Everybody at. You. Got you. Got all these guys. Got you. Got you. Oh, wait. So we're backing up. Got you. Oh. Is that what they meant by chaotic? You gotta put your seatbelt on, man. You Okay, that's what it is. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. That's good. That's good. Hit the officer, hit an agent, hit the guy, hit the scenery, hit the vice president's wife. Shot a lot. Okay. Negative 500 points. And the penalty for just firing too many shots, because you only get 3. I don't know if I can shoot all the drivers. That's the... Okay. Can I hit this car? I did hit that guy. I did. Okay, I got that guy. Oh. JFK should have had his seatbelt on. Dude, I can't. What are these cars? What are these cars doing? The fucking bus! That bus went out of its way to hit every single person in the street. The fucking city bus guy, I think he's playing Carmageddon here. Why are we not... Why is the game not ended yet? Alright, there we go. Now we're... We joined this game in progress. That's great. Dude, is fucking Kennedy trapped underneath the fucking car because he got ejected from the damn... Is it just on him? Oh, I think the reason why the game took so long to end is because, like, the car can't get away, I think. I think the trigger for the game ending is when the vehicle makes it through the overpass or whatever, I think. Might be it. Hey, Bloody Healer, thank you for the follow a couple seconds ago. I appreciate that. This is the type of shit we get up to all the time. Yeah, I just, like, you know, I hit the... Didn't hit anybody. Somehow I got a better score than the other time, though. At minus 200. All right, let's go all out. Let's go all out. Hit this guy again. All right, hit that. Okay, come on. Oh, you don't run. Dude, all right. dude here? What he's standing around meeting a quota? Fuck off, dude. Hit that bus. Where's that bus? That bus is a menace. Dude, what are we doing? We're doing PLLs and shit. Get this guy back here. He's like, all right, man. We got a 419-423-569-7825-3. Right in the leg. There you go. Doing the stanky leg. Just the way they just plow through the fucking first lady. It's that's how it really happened. That's how it went down. It's like a fucking episode of Chips. Holy shit. What? It's just funny to like. I guess it really did exaggerate everything. I just thought like I get $10,000 for that shot? That was pretty cool. I should get it just on principle, really. Let's shoot him a couple more times. Who cares? Okay. Where's that? This car? I'm not going to shoot that car. Hit. Stop moving. That guy, stop moving. No scope. Oh. Where's that bus? Where's the driver of that bus? Oh, got him, dude. Nobody rides for free. Even the passenger gets in trouble. That guy is just fucking like... It's just going right back the way they came. This is the reason why I'm sure the fucking presidential limo is flipped over somewhere now. Got him. Right, but where even is this? Why are we focused on the Bomberman hero level? What the fuck is this? I can't move around. That's what we're looking at, huh? Sure, okay. I mean, we didn't hit anybody. Just open fire on the fucking car, dude. It's every time. Let's do one more. We'll do one more. I feel like we've probably seen all this game has to offer. We'll just do one more real quick. We'll see if we can just go absolutely ham, okay? I couldn't get that car to stop. Stop. Stop moving. There we go. All right. Now make everybody panic. There we go. Don't hit that presidential limo. It's almost like that. It's like that mod in GTA that just makes all the cars have like ice physics. Where's Kennedy? He's fine. There we go. Let's make sure. No witnesses. Let's gotta make sure she's really. Gotta make sure we got her. I feel like that bus, that car definitely fucking went up on the curb over where the benches are in the bus station. Oh, you can like shoot the scenery too? I didn't really. I shot the street light. I'm zooming all the way out so I can see what those cars over there are doing. Here comes the bus. Going wide. Just fucking plows into it, dude. There it goes. Them Duke boys are at it again. That's great. All right. Whatever, dude. Okay. That's JFK Reloaded. It's one of those like infamous, like I can't believe they did this kind of games. You can see like I said, the team that made that, the developer that made that, wanted to make it to settle the conspiracy theory. But I don't know why they put the chaotic mode in there, because I guess they figured it'd be funny if they all ragdolled every once in a while too. So they kind of, you send them mixed messages here, man. I don't know what you're doing. But like I said, they did genuinely intend to pay out for the prize they did. So they did, you know, the guy did, since it wasn't bang on exact to the letter what it was, the closest person got $1,000. I don't know what they did with the other 9,000. I don't know what they did with that. But I just thought it was cool. It's a little piece of like internet history. It was a really shocking game when people made it, because I remember like this game was put out back in a time when the Grand Theft Auto hot coffee mod and all that stuff, and people were clamoring saying, "Oh, violence in video games," and then here's a game where the whole point is to fucking blow Kennedy's head off. So people glommed onto this for all the wrong reasons, being like, "Can you believe what they're doing? They're making a game that's glorifying the assassination of President Kennedy, and they're giving away money for it," and blah blah. So they did the journo scum thing, where they just took the points and twisted it so they spelled a different narrative than what they were trying to do. Yes, Traffic Entertainment did make a game where the whole point is to shoot John F. Kennedy in the head, and the governor, and the other two shots. They did offer you money to do that, but they did that for the sake of proving the magic bullet theory. So even though this was done in a really, for the 2004 kind of basic kind of engine for 3D games at the time, even though it looks like a bad PS2 game, the simple 1500 series, the headshot. Even though they did shit like that, so they did it from a position of trying to, like I said, outsource, crowdsource. Is the magic bullet theory, is that a thing? Can it have happened? So they figured if they got hundreds of, maybe thousands of people playing this game over and over again with the thought of a cash prize, if you can get it just right, they thought they would get all these different rolls of random chance with the human element trying to take, you know what I mean? You can see the logic there, where they wanted to prove the assassination conspiracies, prove or disprove, not make a game that glorifies shooting Kennedy in the head. So it's one of those things where you can see what they tried to do, and then it filtered through multiple layers of bullshit on the internet. Now it's funny because you can shoot the car and they hit the other car and none of them's wearing a seatbelt. They all ragdoll out. It's funny. So you can see where all this got lost in translation. But at the time, I remember when this was a thing, people were like, "Can you fucking believe what these people are doing?" And blah, blah, blah. It's just, it's just a complicated thing. But it's just a funny, because I know you could get them to hit the cars and do stupid shit like that. It's a shocking, kind of a goofy thing, and Twitch doesn't say outright that I can't play it, so I feel like we're probably good there. Kick doesn't care, and there's videos of this on YouTube, so I figure they don't care either. It's for historical purposes, okay? The part when the presidential limousine rear ends the stalled car in front of him, and Kennedy and everybody else fly out of the car, really happened. Look at the footage, okay? So, I just wanted to play it just for bullshit reasons, because I figured, why the hell not? And I don't know of any other time we'd get to play a game like that on stream, because it's done in like 10 minutes. That's all we really had to do. So, that's JFK Reloaded. It's not really a game I recommend one way or the other. It's more of a thing for historical significance, I guess. It's not really a game. I guess it is kind of a game, because there's a win condition to get the actual magic shot and win the prize money, but
It was determined that I guess it just wasn't really possible. What was the conclusion of that? What did we learn today? I don't know. The closest guy who got it still didn't get it, but they still gave him a prize. So we're back to where we started, and some guy made $1,000 off of it. So there you go. Anyways, that's all I got for you tonight on Gatorbox this week, whatever you want to call it. I really appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you guys for the follows as well as the subs we got earlier. Yeah, we won. JFK died. Time. Got him. JFK reloaded 100% speed run. Well, there we go. Got him. So we did that. So anyways, I've been working on trying to get the Mario marathon videos cut and put up on YouTube. I haven't, I'm getting close to the end of it. I'm at Super Mario 3. So we did Super Mario 3, Mario Kart, Yoshi's Cookie, the last half of Mario 64, and then there was that bullshit we did afterwards where I glitched the game out and broke it, and we went and talked to Yoshi. So there's 4.5 video, and then a closing, I guess, if you want to wrap that in. So there's 5 videos left to cut. So I've been working on that. I haven't done my Monday and Wednesday streams this week or last week because I've really been trying to get this marathon stuff out the door because we have a lot of big stuff around the corner with Your Level Sucks coming up in September and the Sword Quest thing coming up in September. And I'm also trying to get the Your Level Sucks stuff ready. So like the little special 10th anniversary merch and stuff that we're going to have. I want to get all that ready ahead of time. So not doing the Monday, Wednesday stream was kind of the best course of action. I haven't decided if I'm going to take next week's Monday and Wednesday off as well. If I do that, I know I'll be able to get the videos done. I won't have to worry about it. I can focus on other stuff. So we'll just have to see how that pans out. But we do have a stream Friday, of course. Let me tell you what that game is. That it's a double feature. We have Battle Trucks and Extreme Truck Stunts for PC. They're crappy games on Steam. Kind of cleaning that stuff out, and then we have a bunch of stuff that's actually game to be announced after that. I've been meaning to get when I had to reinstall Windows, it messed up my virtual machines and wiped them. So I figured I was going to use that opportunity to just have a fresh install. And I was going to go through some of my old PC games that are kind of problematic and finicky. I was going to see if I can get them to work in like an XP or 98 Windows machine and see if we can get those working. Because I've been buying just tons and tons of old computer games with the intent to play them on stream, but they're always such a pain in the ass to set up that I never sit down and just do it. So I need to that just needs to be like a weekend project of me just going through all of these CDs, setting aside the games I think would be fun, and then trying to see which ones work and which ones we can work into the schedule. So that'll be, I'll be filling that up ahead of time. So also next week's unbox is cassette roulette. And if everything goes right, I might have something special to show for you. If not, it'll be in August's cassette roulette, the end of August. So we'll see. Anyways, that's all I have for you tonight on Gatorbox. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. I love you. You guys had a fantastic week and a great weekend ahead. I'll see you guys back here next Friday for sure for Battle Trucks. Yeah, Battle Trucks and the other one. Here's the credits.